Yeah. Yay! So much confetti. Thank you. I appreciate it. How's it going, everybody? Hope things are good. Thank you for the bulb directly in the face. Hooray! Everybody, throwing the yippies. So it's a Sunday stream. Nice, chill, relaxing. Ducks. I know pie. I haven't had pie in a really long time. I feel like that's something that I need. I saw this debate video recently, and it was talking about, like, what's the best pie that exists out there? Now, my food palate is terrible, and I'm terrible when it comes to textures. And, like, anything that's super ridiculously mushy, I have weird problems with, and I don't know why. Like, so, for me, a lot of pie immediately gets thrown out the window. I'm sorry. You know, not much I can do about that. So unfortunately, I tend to be that scumbag that like really likes the custardy types of pies. So, you know, like a lemon meringue kind of thing, or like a pumpkin pie, or like a French silk chocolate pie. That's kind of my thing. I haven't eaten anything besides oatmeal today. I recommend eating at least something. All right, let me dive on into the stream chat just so that people can poke me if they want to. Also, do I have the proper mic set up for this? Yep, it appears so. Good stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I don't have a heck of a lot of a plan tonight aside from just sort of chilling out. Here, let me adjust myself a little bit. Okay. Because my hands aren't showing up properly, and I don't know why. It's like they're a little bit iffy. Remy says, I just realized. I have the power. Yes. Oh, hello, there's Azizel in here.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm tired.
Yeah, valid. I don't know. My stomach is doing the weird queasiness thing, and I think it might be because I ate something before I went to bed the night before.
Oof.
I'm not a smart individual. I'm just like, hey, look, tasty thing.
Oh, I've done that before too. Or I'll eat, or I'll just like get really hungry in the middle of the night, and I'll eat, and even though it's the middle of the night, and then my stomach will feel terrible a couple hours later.
That's one of those things that I feel you can do when you're in your, you know, early stages of life all the way up to your 20s. The second you hit 30, stop.
Yep.
Like, your body is not designed for that anymore. Phoenix? Oh, hello. Speaking of phoenixes.
Hello!
Hi, what's up?
I have a problem.
Oh no, what's going on?
I think the polar vortex is messing with me because I can't stop shoving food into my mouth.
Interesting. This
What
might
does that
be
have
a
to do with-
this might be a
what does that have to
common
do with the
issue.
polar vortex?
All right, so what kind of food are you eating?
I got a pizza cooking right now.
See, I just recently went off to the store, and it's been a while since I found my favorite, like, frozen pizza. It's Screamin' Sicilian Mambo Italiano.
Screaming Sicilian? I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, I for some reason, like, they've just kind of stopped carrying the good ones in, like, any of my area. Mambo Italiano, though, is, like, good. If you've never had it before, it's basically a pizza with pepperonis and meatballs in it.
Yeah, they got like whole chunks of pepperonis.
Yeah. There's a Remy.
I've never had one.
Oh, hello.
How's it going?
How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. I see you've got your outfit made by Dandy.
Yeah. It's very.
It's so scrunkly.
This is. Wait. Oh my god, I want to try something. Can you like hold your hand out but move me on top of your hand like you're holding me?
Oh.
going.
Oh, your reactive is so good.
Again, this was made by Dandy. If you have never
Yeah.
seen him, I follow him. Shoot, I don't have his like user. Ow! Thank you for the
Oh.
can.
I think I have it. Hold on.
Yeah, I posted it. Oh,
Maybe.
actually, wait. I'm not 110% certain if you can post it in my chat because I have like links, link protection and stuff.
Let's see.
Here, I will go and I'll go and grab him.
Go grab him.
Do 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 do.
Oh, it's
There we go. That is like not sweet dandy, and
There you
they do
go.
good art.
They do amazing art. But yeah, this is the Remy 2.0.
It looks nice.
It looks very Remy-ness.
Shit, I'm not signed in on Blue Sky on this PC.
Ah, darn.
Otherwise, I would follow them. I'm too lazy to log in right now.
This is fair. I've been there. Like I've gotten links to like Instagram, but I'm like, oh, that would require me to log into Instagram. I'm just like, I don't wanna do that.
Meanwhile, me sending you memes from Instagram.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, hey, I'm not against memes. Memes are good, but it's just like,
Oh wait,
ew,
I'll
Facebook.
just go to it on my. I'm logged in on my phone. I'll just go on there.
Oh God, while we're talking about Facebook though, big thing that's currently on my brain is Facebook and well Meta, because they call themselves Meta nowadays. Apparently they've just like they've laid off a whole bunch of people, a part of their like metaverse and VR divisions. I guess that wasn't as profitable as they thought it was going to be, so they're getting rid of people.
Boy.
Can't stand them. God damn it. Like, the second Oculus was bought by Facebook, I was just like, red flag, everybody out. They gonna be bad. And they have only proven me right. I think what bothers me the most is that, like, they bought up so many indie studios that were, like, promising really, really good VR, like, centric studios. At a time when VR was still in its infancy and like there wasn't a whole lot to go around, and the wider they can cast their net, the better. And they locked them into like exclusivity deals where they're like, you only make stuff for us now. And you know, that probably shot them a little bit in the foot because they can't release their stuff on Steam and stuff. It makes me sad. Sunflowers over on the magma. Very nice. I did see that there is some updates to a couple of things over in the magma.
Beautiful art, no doubt.
Here. Let me go and pull that up real quick. There we go. So yeah, a couple of things. Like the whole like art thing with me and Tenna is complete.
That's
Interesting.
beautiful.
Tenna went and found glasses.
Hey, I just saw that. That's so cute.
Oh, terrifying. Hat Kid Chris, that's horrifying. And me with flowers instead of like bubbles on the head. That's
Oh,
cool.
that's adorable.
I like it. It's me. Hello, son. How's it going? Look at this. Look at this sad little thing.
Looking deep into my soul right now.
Hurrah! That's what's currently going on in the magma. So what else have you guys been up to? Anything like, you know, noteworthy?
Nope.
Nah. Kyle was talking about the polar vortex, and yeah, it's freaking cold. I'm currently wrapped up in a blanket.
I got cotton candy cold foam for my coffee.
Oh, you know, I feel like I've seen that.
I
Since
probably
you
put
mentioned it.
posted it in the yum yum food.
Oh, possibly. I feel like I saw that like in person though. You know, like
In person.
that sounds very familiar to me. Or maybe I was thinking of some other cotton candy related thing.
I saw it at like a grocery store and I bought it, and it's making my coffee turn pink, and I love it. Now my insides can match my outsides, just everything pink.
See, all right. Cartoon-wise, your insides are already pink, but I'm fairly certain the insides of most human beings are like varied and strange, mostly tan and disgusting. Nova is currently cleaning their room. Good stuff. Keep yourself clean, boy.
So I
Yep.
guess so. Reactive actually allows for animated images on, like, when it's just the static image. It can be animated GIF now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think
Yeah.
that used to be the case.
I'm a cartoon now.
I don't know
Yeah, I
when
love
they
that
changed
yours
that.
is like squiggly and moves even when you're not talking. That's really cool.
It reminds me a lot of like Ed, and Eddie style, like, line wiggle.
Yeah, with the lines that are always kind of squiggly.
Canadians are weird. Anyway.
I also want to say I do love that my mouth just opens super wide. Just nah.
Mhm.
I know, right? The temptation to like commission Dandy to make one for me. It's there. I mean, I was like, "Ooh." I don't know
Oh
how
my
often I
God,
would
yours
use
would
the
be so
reactive though.
cute.
Like, I am a part of like some people's like stream things where they need my reactive in order to see me. But like, I don't know. I'm always really self-conscious about doing something that's like potentially uber distracting. And that's just me. Not that you're like overly distracting, Remy. I want to point that out right now. You're fine. But it's like I'm cool. I'm cool with it. But I wonder whether or not everybody, like, there are probably some other people that are just like, I'd like all the reactives to be the exact same level of animated, please. I don't know. I can see some people being picky about it.
Lives your dream.
I don't know. I've seen like a couple of things that Dandy has made reactive wise though.
They're really good.
There's different variations, and also Dandy tends to like customize it based off of like whatever vibes or whatever specific like type of personality you are, and I appreciate that a lot. Like,
I know. It's just,
Remy's is bunny rabbit and also like a little bit goobery and big
I
eyed.
am a goober. Oh my God, it's like trippy seeing 3D and my cartoon body. It's so weird. This is like Roger Rabbit level here. It's so cool.
It's neat. I want to go find some more of his animated things. Let me see.
Yeah,
I found them.
I looked at his blue sky and followed on my phone. I followed you too, Remy, because I found.
Oh, you found me?
They
I got
retweeted.
founded.
They reposted something you posted, so I'm like, oh hey, it's Remy. I'll follow him too.
Well, thank you.
Even though I
appreciate
like freaking never use blue sky. I just forget about it.
It's all good. I have like I think Instagram and Blue Sky, and now Twitch, and that's it. That's all I have.
I also have Instagram, but I never use it.
Yeah, I think like someone asked me for my art what was it, portfolio, and I was like, I don't have one of those. Am I supposed to have one of those? I just have this. I don't.
You
have
could.
those.
Technically speaking. I found a bunch of like new animated things that Dandy made. Oh yeah, I forgot. So he's done like for a couple of different VTubers. He's done like animated things for like Big Nose Bug. He's also done one for Boo the Rat. I know them. I've seen them before. Let me see if I can find any more.
I
found
saw
Remy's.
like the first thing I saw when I went on their page was a drawing a pumpkin potion.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that was just fan art, if that was art for they actually did for her.
Now, I'm fairly certain that he does like fan art and things like that for like randomo folks. Oh yeah, for $50 you can buy your own Scream tuber.
Your own
Yeah.
what?
That's what
That's
that's
this
what they're
is.
calling it.
The reactive?
Yeah, the reactive thing.
They're trying to
$50
open
is a lot for
I
the
mean,
reactive.
hey, I don't know what you got to do to make the line wiggle happen. Whether like that's something that you can do with like a particular like filter in whatever software they're using.
You just basically do the line art twice and do it slightly different each time.
I think
actually
he actually
really
animates
simple.
it a little bit and then does it because I was watching him draw it. It's like this weird
Mhm.
program he has,
Hmm.
which I thought was kind of cool. So he actually animates it and then he puts it like I think together when it's done. So then when I talk, this happens, and if I don't talk, my little mouth shuts.
I'd be
that's
willing
why
to
I'm
spend
still
$50 on it. Not gonna lie.
It's
I
it's
feel like
worth it.
50 is a lot for that, but maybe that's just because I'm broke as hell.
Possibly. At the moment, like, I'm not really buying a heck of a lot of things. Just because, like, I'd like to focus on the fun things in life. Like bills and food.
What is food?
What is
Food
sustenance?
is like this pizza that I'm
What is
eating right now.
sustenance?
Hey, pizza. What kind of pizza are you eating?
Jack's. Sausage and pepperoni.
Haven't had Jack's in a
Ooh.
while. Jack's is a good pizza if you want to eat something that kind of tastes like you're eating a cracker. Which, there's nothing bad with this. I'd like to say. Jack's has got its own different, like, vibe to it. It's the best crackery pizza I've ever had, I will say.
It's a cheap, thin pizza that you can
So I guess that's like
throw in
I
the
guess that would
oven
be
if
like
you're
a just
feeling
flatbread,
lazy.
right?
Kinda. Except, like, a lot crispier.
That makes sense.
It's fine. Although,
Oh, I miss pizza.
you're trying to,
I
like,
am
you know, you're
I am
dieting to
on
stay
a-
away from pizza.
Yeah, I'm on a low carb diet, so no pizza, no bread. The only bread I eat is this like special low carb keto bread.
That's a vibe. I remember while I was on like a particular diet of mine a while back, I was only having like specific types of bread that were one slightly lower in carb and also had like less salt content because I was trying to like watch my salt
Mhm.
intake. So I ended up
Mhm.
going for like English muffin bread. And
Interesting.
boy, that's made out of nothing.
Who is
Ah, hey, wait, there's a
Oh!
happy in here.
There's another magical person. I like your hat.
Thank you. It's store-bought.
Why are you throwing things at me?
Throw all the things. Wait, can you
Everyone's
guys,
just
like,
made the decision to throw everything in the kitchen sink at
Oh,
me
it's
right
Happy!
now. Why?
Oh my
throw
god,
a
Happy! I
pie
haven't
in my
seen you in
face so I can
forever.
eat it. Throw a pie at his face and then hope it lands in my mouth. Yeah, I got an apple. Thanks for the apple.
Yo, Happy! It's been forever. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm here to bring over a message.
Oh,
Hydrate or dihydrate.
I have
True.
hydration
Glass
in my
of
hand.
milk right now. Oh,
What do you have?
glass of milk.
Ooh. That seems like a lot of dairy. Both like cheese pizza and also like a glass of milk along with it. Ooh. Wow. Actually, that's a very good question. What kind of pizzas do you have over in Germany?
Normal pizzas.
Normal ones? What do you
Yeah,
count as
store-bought is
normal? Just
fine.
like, you know, the standard thing that we would have over in the States?
I don't... Pepperoni. I like pepperoni pizza. I like
Valid.
New Yorker style pizza.
Ooh,
Yeah, I imagine pizza is pretty similar everywhere in the world, except maybe Italy, where it's like really fancy.
No,
or
right, where they
something.
actually make pizza
No, the-
properly.
I will say,
the best
I do
pizza I
know-
ever...
Oh.
The best pizza I ever had was chips pizza.
What is that?
Well, pizza with chips on it.
Oh, weird.
Like potato chips?
Yeah,
That sounds good.
That's interesting.
that was a version that you could buy from, I think it's called Wagner.
Ooh.
There's a part of
They
me that
also
I'm
had
like,
some chocolate. They also had like a chocolate pizza version one time. don't eat that one.
Chocolate pizza.
According to stories I heard.
well, I've heard of dessert pizza, but like, how do they make the chocolate pizza though?
I don't know, by putting chocolate on pizza.
I mean, as long as it's not like you're making a standard pizza and then you take little pieces of Hershey's and put it on top. If you're not doing that, you're fine.
I
That
think
sounds
that's a good plan.
Yeah.
I
I
think
will
that's
say
a good
where I
plan.
live, we have a state fair that has pickle pizza, where it has a type of cheese that
Wow.
goes great with pickles. It's actually really good. Surprisingly, it is. I think it's the cheese they use. And then I also know that Japan has a boba tea pizza, where they just put a cheese pizza and they put boba on top of it, and then they put honey on top of it.
Dude, I gotta turn up
oddly
the
doesn't
price on
surprise me.
redeems.
No! I want
I
my
keep
pie!
on getting pelted with apples.
I need my pie!
I need my
I mean, you can
fix.
make apple
I need to
pie.
abuse the bubble boy. Okay.
Oh, that one's confetti.
Yeah. I remember
I need pie.
I remember there was one like snack place that I went to a really long time ago, and like they sold like, oh hey, all right, Snap is here. If you abuse me any further, you're hitting Snap. Just a heads up, okay?
I ran
Also-
out of points anyway.
Darn. Also, thank you, Bebe, for bringing Snap here. I appreciate it.
Oh, we got the little crab.
Thanks for keep hitting him. I want to see a pie.
There've been several pies today.
Throwing stuff is just trying to get a pie on the screen.
Yes,
I mean, it's fun. I need to
because they stick around.
I was thinking about maybe adding like an extra redeem that is like exclusively pie. Although like I've seen a couple of people do this where they have the pie fall from like the top of the screen and just like hit the top of the head. I think it's funnier that there's a chance that the pie can hit me directly in the face though.
I love when it gets stuck on your face, honestly. It's hilarious. And it does not come off.
The forever pie. Anyway,
Mhm.
no, there was this one like dessert candy shop place that I remember going to a while back, and they sold like potato chips that they like dip in chocolate. And I used to really love that concept because it's literally just chocolate chips. Da, 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 da.
It was very clever.
It made me happy.
There's
Also, they had
chocolate-
chocolate covered bacon too.
Yeah!
Ugh.
You
It's
beat
so good.
Canto 9 of Limbus Company. Refresh my memory, what?
Wait, what?
Oh snap! You play Limbus Company. A friend of mine is really into that game, and the stuff made by that developer in general. I've never checked it out, but it looks cool. I like how, like, it's a Japanese developer, but they're really heavily inspired by a lot of Western things, particularly SCP Foundation. That's like a big one for them.
Oh, wait,
Like, they're,
Limbus
like,
Company.
They,
I think
they're also the devs of, if you've ever heard of Lobotomy Corporation, they also did
Yeah,
that
I was
game.
just thinking, I think
Yeah.
that's what it is.
It's
Mhm.
very SCP inspired, which
Ooh.
is
Nice.
and I remember hearing about that. I'm like, that's really interesting. And then I found out SCP is actually really popular in Japan. I guess there's like unofficial fan translations for
Ooh.
a lot of or most of the SCP articles. So there's even like there's an SCP manga based on one of the I don't think it's based. I think it's not based on any one particular story, but it's like a new thing with some of the characters from various SCPs. It's interesting. And it's like they can do that because everything SCP is Creative Commons. It's like not owned by anyone or anything.
I think that's one thing that I do like about SCP as a concept is that like it is something that is so like user generated that the actual you can make money off of it, but you can't exactly make it your own completely. And I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
As somebody who like
The
is
back
way
rooms.
into open source software and things like the concept of SCP is kind of appealing to me in that regard.
Yeah, I always thought that was interesting too.
The only complaint I
Doesn't it
ever
always
have.
start off with fan translations?
What was that?
Doesn't it always start with fan translations? And then there's a fandom in this language, and then it grows and grows, and then it becomes some official thing.
Yeah, I guess
So
so.
I think it's more like you don't have to like license out anything, and it's not like SCP is owned by a company or anything, and you have to like get permission from or pay that company to use stuff from SCP. It's they use something called a Creative Commons license, which is basically just like it's open source. You can,
Yeah, I think
So
the
they
way that
basically just,
the
like-
way that Creative Commons works is that like you can distribute your content as long as it's like released underneath a very similar license, if I remember right.
yeah, something like that.
What group is copyright? It's ownership, Harvey. Ownership. Okay, brain.
It's so complicated. I don't know. I don't understand copyright very well. The only thing I understand is you don't step in the way of the mouse. That's it.
I started going over words to group them in specific
Well, I
groups.
did it. No one ever
spreadsheets
gave
in
a
my head.
shit. So
What were you saying, Happy?
I started doing spreadsheets about word groups in my head. So that I have an easier time translating between English and German in my head. So I was wondering, what is copyright for a word group? It's ownership. It's part of the ownership stuff.
Yeah, but there's so many different words that could mean ownership though. Like there's copyright, there's trademark, there's like probably
Yeah,
some
it's a
other words as
spreadsheet.
well. Mm-hmm.
It's a spreadsheet.
Yeah, so basically you got a big old list of like, I mean, it's essentially having what would it be, a thesaurus, or what is it?
It's like the multiplication table.
Multiplication table of words.
Yeah,
Maybe words.
like there are animal words, there are like mammal words, you plants, then you have like trees, then you have like all the tree words, just think Pokemon professors, and you can zoom in and out.
Ooh, nice.
Basically like a database for computers
Mm-mm.
with tables.
Reminds me a
and
lot of
foreign
like,
keys.
you know how on Tumblr you can like open up the node graph and you can see how like certain things are tied to each other and stuff.
Yes.
I'm getting major vibes of that. And you like zoom out and you're just like, ooh, look where
Yes.
this post has traveled.
Yes.
There's like, here's a base concept, and here's 20 words that make exactly the same sentence.
It also helps with translating between thinking about stuff in images and translating it into words.
Nice.
And the subconscious language.
Yeah. It is like it's interesting to think that like there are so many concepts that like they bridge the gap between different languages because we all have like universal concepts. You just got to figure out how to get there.
Yeah, bridging the gap between two people's way of expressing themselves and
Oh,
their thoughts.
Scuffjack, you're right. Project Moon are Korean. For some reason, I thought they were Japanese. Yeah, no, the Lobotomy Corporation Limbus Company devs are actually Korean. My
There we go.
bad.
Yeah, I remember I tried playing that game on stream. Didn't work out. It's just not the game for me. I don't like it's like real time SCP wrangling, and I don't know. See, I've learned
Which
that
one?
I'm not.
Lobotomy Corporation?
Yeah, Lobotomy Corp. And I've
I got
realized that
confused
I'm not
on-
like huge into real time strategy. Uh,
That's fair.
it's not for me.
Like I think I got 3 of the monsters down by heart. Like I knew what they needed, and then like the really bad monsters would come in, and then they would mess everything up, and I'll be like, okay, I don't know what to do now, and then I got stuck, and then we were like, okay, we're there. End of game.
I think I'm like,
I don't
oh,
know
this
what to
game is
do.
easy and fun and chill. I
Yeah.
enjoyed this. Oh God, no! There's fire everywhere.
Like I think there's a magical girl you can unlock, and like if you have to make her think that the world's at peace or something. If you don't, she freaks out and destroys the whole thing and sets everything on fire. And you're like, what just happened? I left you alone for 2 seconds while I was tending to the other ones.
For some reason, that reminded me of video I saw recently of it was the Queen of Hatred. Interesting. That reminded me of a video I just recently saw. Talked about this on the stream, I think maybe yesterday. It was like creepypasta fan theory kind of things for like children's television shows. And there's a video that
Oh, yeah, we were
exists
talking
talking
about
about there's a video that exists about the Teletubbies, and it talks about like the lore and the why the Teletubbies exist the way they are and how it came to be.
Oh boy.
Stupid fan theory stuff. And the theory is Teletubbies like exists in a universe that is like exactly the same as our own, except at a different timeline. Like way off into the future. And the theory is at some point at random, out of nowhere, the sun just became sentient and became the baby sun that you see in Teletubbies. And the first thing that the Teletubbies sun saw was all of the war and poverty and horrible things that Earth could possibly put in front of its face. And then proceeded to cause the annihilation of the entirety of the species. So everybody went underground to try and hide from the baby sun. And then, to ensure that the planet would not warm up any further than it already did, and to try and maybe satiate the baby sun and stop it from doing what it was doing. Thank you for the apple. The human race like devised like Teletubbies as a response. Like they sent them up to the surface. They're capable of handling like massive amounts of sunlight. And they basically just, they played a game of just key jingling that managed to calm the sun into a state of like, a reasonable state of like calm and relaxation. And now it's like a never-ending fight to make sure that the Teletubbies can constantly keep the sun in check and make sure that the sun doesn't get upset. Because the second the sun does, suddenly everybody's back in like the apocalypse spiral.
Okay,
And so you're talking about the
something
Queen of
super-
Hatred, and the first thing
Yeah.
I think is like, sounds like the Teletubbies.
Okay,
sun to me.
when you first mentioned this, I was expecting something really cringy.
Okay.
Honest to God, that's a really clever idea. Like, that's a genuinely really interesting idea.
I found it
Yeah.
very creative.
And I
That's
don't
very creative.
and I don't take credit for it either. I believe who was the person that made that that theory? I believe their name is Alex something. I'm gonna look them up real quick.
It's more of a fan fiction than a theory, but it's a really good idea.
Here, let me see if I can find it. The video I watched was from a guy named Alex Bale. So, and his entire thing is he just makes really silly fan theories that are goofy, and you're not supposed to take them seriously, but they have like a shred of truth to them, where you're sitting there being like, hey, what if?
No, that's like a genuinely really creative idea. Like that would make a really honestly a good science fiction movie. Is the sun becomes sentient.
I gave you the Cliff Notes version of what he said in the video. He goes even further in depth. So if you want more,
I kind of want to watch this now.
Yeah, if you want more information,
what this reminds me of is have you guys ever heard of? Bit might have heard of this because he's old like me, but have you ever heard of The Terrible Secret of Animal Crossing?
No, I don't think so.
I've never heard of that.
It is from so a long time ago, before we had Let's Play videos. The Something Awful forums had Let's Play threads, just forum threads. And more often than not, they weren't just straight, hey, I'm just gonna play through this game and post screenshots and talk about it. More often than not, they would turn into really interesting, like, creative fan projects. That, like, people would take their playthrough and then do something, you know, and then do something unique with it. Like, take it off in an interesting direction so it wasn't just, haha, playing through the game. You know, like we think of what we think of when we think of just like most like YouTube Let's Play videos now. They often turn into like really interesting, like subversive little projects. And my favorite one ever was for Animal Crossing Wild World, which was the one on the DS. Oh god, it's from like 2009 or something like this. This thing's old. But
it is.
Let me see if I can let me find it.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. Back
so
when
what
like
this
the
is-
internet, back when the internet wasn't like, you know, move at 1,000 miles an hour, get your content to the internet right away. People were a lot more creative with their concepts, I feel.
2007. October 2007.
Beautiful. One of the
God.
earliest games for the DS.
My bones
I'll
hurt.
put it here, and I'll put it also in the chat, and
I
also
think
the,
I feel
also
I
in the
played
stream
the original
chat.
Animal Crossing.
So, what's insane is that this actually predicted some stuff later in the Animal Crossing. So the idea behind this, I won't spoil it because it has legitimately good twists. That I did not that I'm actually shocked at how well written and structured it as of a twist the story is. It feels like it could be like a real thriller suspense horror movie. But basically there is this the person is presenting the Animal Crossing playthrough as this kid who is sent away to a summer camp, quote unquote, very big air quotes. So he goes to the town, the Animal Crossing town. And it's supposed to be, he thinks it's supposed to be a summer camp. But, with Animal Crossing, you move into the town and you can't leave. You're just stuck there. So he's trapped in the town because, when you move to the Animal Crossing town, you can't leave. Unless you, connect to somebody else's, game and, go to their town. So... And it presents him where him thinking oh, Tom Nook is the bad guy because he's the one keeping him trapped here because he has to pay off the house, and every time he pays it off, the house just gets bigger and he owes more. So it kind of builds you up thinking that that Tom Nook is the bad guy, keeping him stuck there, and the whole summer camp is a scam. But then what happens is he gets a message in those balloon messages, the balloon things that you can shoot down with slingshot in Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
and
the present thing.
Yeah, you get an item when you do that. So he does that, and then he gets a letter in one of those. I don't think that's actually possible in the game, but this is more of a fan. This is more of a fan fiction that actually uses the medium of Animal Crossing to tell the story.
I believe
which is
in
really
one
cool.
of the games you can.
Yeah.
I'm
So he
thinking
gets
it's
the
for
letter
3DS
in.
one.
Huh? Sorry, I couldn't catch that.
Oh, I said in one of the Animal Crossing yes, you can send items and letters through the balloon when you purchase a balloon and a gift back, like a wrapping paper. you would write a letter of what you want, and then put a gift inside, and then you would let it float away, and then other players could get it around it. I think it's a 3D.
Okay, well that's really cool because that's actually what happens in the story and what. Because I don't know if that was it's possible in this specific Animal Crossing game, but if then got put into the franchise later, that's even better because this story also has stuff that was
It's canon now.
hilariously
It's canon.
put into
Holy
the
shit.
franchise later. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so he gets this letter in the balloon. It says it's from another kid. Who says like, "Hey, I'm trapped in this town, quote unquote, with these animal people, and I can't escape, and I'm scared." And he's like, "Holy crap, I'm not the only one." And he figures out by sending these letters off that not only there is multiple quote unquote camps or towns, and they all have a kid that's stuck in them, trapped in them in the town, and each of the towns are run by like a Tom Nook and everything. It's
Clones.
and they're all on one island.
Oh.
So it's one big island with all of these separated little camp towns that are keeping these kids hostage. And the rest, and which why I say this is great, because it's the fact it's on an island, and with New Horizons, you go and make your town on an island.
These Let's Plays feel a heck of a lot
So,
like lo-fi.
it kind of predicted that, which was crazy. It gives. So I won't. So I think the rest. I think you should read for yourself to see what happens, because it's really, really good. Nothing is kind of as it seems. There's a lot of really good twists and turns, and and I really, really like the they explain what Animal Crossing is. It is a thing in the context of this story, and they explain what it is, and it's awesome and terrifying and very clever. And how it connects to the gyroids, which have always been like one of the most weird and mysterious elements of the whole series, and how that plays into the story. I don't know if I'd call it a creepypasta. It's just, hey, what if Animal Crossing was terrifying? And use the medium of the game, and actually use the game to make like a creepy and terrifying Animal Crossing story that weirdly does fit like in the canon. Like,
well, people have gone down that rabbit hole of like, hey, Animal Crossing, but creepy. What if?
I know, and that's why I think it works.
That.
Is because it's not the first time. It is because this is actually not a rare thing in the community. Like, you all know about Ica Village?
Yeah.
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 I probably do.
Stuff like Ica Village is really famous. So like people, because
isn't Ica Village that one like shared
kind of
island thing?
Creative outlet that people have done a lot of like horror stuff in Animal Crossing, so it kind of works.
The vibes
I
that
mean,
I get
when
from...
I was
one of my favorite things. It's just
may I speak?
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, when I was a child, Animal Crossing was one of my first like game-inspired fan fictions, at least in my head, with like, oh, my town is called Sunville, and there's this other town called Moonville, and it's a mysterious, magical woo. I never went further than that because I was a small child.
I was gonna say,
sounds about right.
what
That's
it sounds, the opening kind of sounds similar to the actual Animal Crossing anime. For those that don't know, Animal Crossing did have an anime.
The anime movie.
Yeah, they had an
I may
anime
have
movie.
I don't think I was inspired by that.
In the beginning, that's how it started. Was a little girl was sent to an Animal Crossing town to, I think, just for like a summer thing. Her parents had sent her there. That's why her mom and dad would send her letters like throughout the anime, or she would write to them. And Tom Nook was super sketchy in the beginning, like saying, "Oh, you can just stay here and work and do stuff, and then you give me money." And then like later on, she's terrified, like she's not used to the neighbors. And then the one part I remember that scared me was Rossetti showed up in the anime and she just pops out screaming at them, going, "Why are you here?" Like that. That terrified me. I was like, "Oh my god."
No, that's so valid. Actually, what's also
I
cool
got
about
terrified
Terrible
by
Secret is
Resetti.
it has a bad ending.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I'm looking at it, and there's
Yeah,
an
so
alternate ending that
there's
exists.
a true it's almost like you're playing it's almost like a visual novel where you're playing it and then there's the true ending and then there's just for fun there's a bad ending. Just that's not like canon to the story, but that's they make really good use of Rossetti in the bad ending, I'll say that.
Oh, fun.
I hated Mr. Rossetti. Growing up, what was it? My best friend gave me his Animal Crossing back in the day, because that's how old I am, is I had
Mhm.
the GameCube and I would play it late at night. I always remembered to save my game. And the one time I didn't save my game was, I think we had a power outage. And so the
Oh
next
yeah.
morning, you can imagine me being a little kid opening up the GameCube, getting all excited, and then seeing a mole just come out and was upset with me because I did not save my game. And he was
Oh,
just a
every kid has
nightmare.
gone through that. Every kid has played who had Animal Crossing on the GameCube back in the day. They played
Oh,
during a storm. They had a power outage. They lost their they didn't the save didn't save. They load it back up and they get yelled at right, Rossetti. It's happened to everyone.
well, here's the
Not
thing.
my
My
fault,
friend,
mold man.
but here's the thing. Do you guys know the Easter egg about Mr. Rossetti? My friend showed me it. He came over one day and he's like,
There's
"Do
like
you want to?"
there's like various different Easter eggs with him in different games. I don't know which one are
So
you talking about specifically.
so the GameCube one, if you piss him off long enough, he will make you write, "I'm sorry." And if you don't do it correctly, he will not let you play. And here's the thing, you'll do it for hours. So my friend said if you call him a dummy though, he'll do something that you're not going to be happy with. He'll turn off your game and make you come back out. And he'll get upset even worse, nightmarish almost, where it zooms his face in with the pitchfork going, "Don't forget to save!" And then he'll disappear. And you're just like, "What just happened?"
I would reset my game until he came up with an easy thing of making him leave me alone.
I think I think with one of the, I want to say one of the DS, not DS, but like one of the 360s, I think they had a speak function where you had to actually say "I'm sorry," but with the voice, because I think they were trying to like show off the voice command on it or something like that. I remember that was a function. And then I do like in the newer one though, he doesn't get mad at you, he's just disappointed. And I think now they just updated him actually, where now he can actually reset your island, like get rid of anything you don't want, and he'll fix it for like a small amount of money. Or like a
Yeah,
large
so what
amount.
happened was, so like one of the more recent games, pretty much got rid of him because I think it was, because the game would now autosave.
That, and it was traumatic to children.
And
Yeah.
and also
Yeah.
and also parents complained because he scared the kids. But yeah, as of New Horizons, they brought him back because people were like, once he was gone, people were like, damn it, we actually miss him.
We miss getting
We
yelled
we
at.
miss our angry mole man, and
Where's
so
our
we're
angry
like,
mole man?
so Nintendo was like, okay, we'll put him back in. Now he's like your island. Now he's like the island janitor, and he'll clean up your island for you if you ask him to.
Hmm. This just makes me sad because I don't have my access to Byteville anymore. Makes me upset.
Glitch in
The-
the
Nintendo,
was that?
why
I
the
don't think that was a glitch, Carl. I know about in the original, there wasn't. I don't. There was. This was not a glitch. This was 100% intentional.
Oh
If
yeah, I know
you
what this one is.
if you reset your game while you were visiting someone else's town, like you had the second memory card in and you went into the town from the second memory card, and while you were doing that, you turned the game off without saving or anything. When you would load back up the game back in your town, you would lose all of your money, all of your items, and your face would turn into a gyroid face. This was not a bug. This was something the developers put in to discourage people from doing that.
creepy?
It
There
was
is
very creepy. And
another.
again, this is why I think kind of creepy stuff kind of fits in with the Animal Crossing canon for as much as a wholesome game that it like has that its reputation is. I've always seen it as like a creepy cute game. Like a game that has like a very wholesome surface and it can be very wholesome if you want, but if you want it to be creepy and weird, you totally can do that.
I mean,
There's
it has
also like
Geroids.
You have the option, you have the freedom, you have the power.
I mean, Geroids are like gravestones,
yes,
statues.
I believe so. They're like
Oh yeah,
little stone
gyroids are
statues.
based on what do you call them? I forget exactly what they're called.
They're
I'm
like
looking
the
it up
little
because
sprites from that one Ghibli movie. I can't remember, but they're like based on kind of like those ones, the little spirits.
Haniwa. I should know
yeah.
that because there's a character in my favorite anime named Haniwa who is also based on one of those. So I don't know how I forgot that because I'm very stupid. That's how I forgot. Yeah, they're called Haniwa. They're clay figures that were created and yeah, I don't know if the Kodama are well, the Kodama in the Princess Mononoke are based on like nature spirits. They're more like yokai. But yeah, a Haniwa is a clay figure that was that were like traditionally made and then given to the dead as like a burial, like a gift for the dead burial type of thing. And that's what the gyroids are based on. So even more appropriate than in the terrible secret of Animal Crossing story, the gyroids are something of a I won't give it away exactly because I think it is cooler if you read it in the context of the story. But they're kind of this. You might even think of them as like almost like the greater scope. Like the story does have a specific villain, but there's also kind of a greater force at work. That kind of really indirectly caused all of the stuff in the story to happen. That's not like a character, it's just a force, and that really is the gyroids. And you find out how and why through the story, and it's really clever. It's really.
I get sad whenever anybody talks about gyroids because, like, I played New Horizons and like that was my first introduction to Animal Crossing, and like
Oh,
New
you
Horizons.
never played any of the ones before?
No, and like I never experienced the gyroids in any significant way, and I'm sure that they probably added gyroids later on, like into New Horizons later on through updates and patches. But I played the first year, and the first year really sucked because there was like nothing. Nothing to do
Yeah,
aside
they
from
really.
waiting for a holiday.
Yeah, that's kind of was the biggest issue. I think New Horizons, as it is now, is the best Animal Crossing game. But the problem is kind of how it was released. It was basically released in early access. And
Without
Nintendo just
saying it's
didn't tell
early
anybody
access.
that. They could have just because the game wasn't really finished until like more than a year or two later once they added in everything. So it really was kind of sold as an early access game, even though Nintendo didn't say that, which is frustrating. And I wish companies just wouldn't do that. And I mean, if you're going to do that, say it's early access. Say the game is kind of bare bones right now, but there's more that's going to be coming.
Yep. Like, I am totally fine with playing an early access game if you just say outright, yeah, we're not done. Like, just be, like, transparent about that. And I've done that for a couple different games. Like, I remember Dead Cells. I remember playing that in early access. And that was, like, really feature-rich, even in early access. So, it was still, like, really fun to play. And there's a new game that people have been playing, like, an early access beta for called Far Far West. Have you played it or heard of it?
Ooh.
I've tried to play it. It's actually really good.
It's
I'm
really
gonna announce
good.
an early access thing. I'm gonna go to bed now.
Ooh.
Oh, okay,
Okay, Smokey.
Thanks for
Yeah,
dropping
you
by.
should probably get some sleep. And have a good one. Thanks for coming in.
Never.
it's good
I
to
will
hear
never
from
sleep.
you.
No.
Bye.
Sleep. Sleep, damn it.
Sleep. What is sleep?
God, I wish I knew.
As I drink my third cup of coffee.
Never! Anyway, Far Far West is currently doing a playtest at the moment, and it's like, it's basically you are playing a whole bunch of like robot cowboys that are running around and doing missions. It's like it's an
Robot
awesome
cowboy
mix
wizards
of
fighting skeletons.
and fighting skeletons and like demons and monsters and stuff. It's a fun
And
mix.
snakes.
I feel of like it kind of feels a little bit like Helldivers in a certain way.
Yeah.
It's like Helldivers, cowboys. I'm trying to think of some other things that like I could compare it to. But it's really fun. I've played it with a couple of people, including Kyle here, and yeah. He's good. I don't know how long the play test is going to go on, but to join the play test, you literally just have to go over to the store page and be like, "I want to be in the play test," and then they're like, "Okay, you can download the game now."
Nice.
So it's fun.
Yeah, one of my I mentioned this game before, but as one you need to play. I don't know if you own it. If you don't, I might end up also gifting it to you, even though I just bought you a game.
Don't buy random shit from me.
Nuclear Throne is my favorite roguelike game, and I first discovered that back when it was in early access around 2013, I want to say.
I own Nuclear Throne. You can't buy it from
and
me.
then its full 1.0 release was 2015. So yeah, I remember playing that, discovering that back when it was in early access back in the day. It was fairly feature complete back when I found it. It just, they just added more and tweaked stuff and made it better up until the 1.0 release. And what's wild is the game, even now, 11 years later, it's still getting support and updates. It just recently had its 100th update.
Very nice. Holy shit.
It's very cool. I'm very glad that it's that's continued to be a thing, because it's such a fun game. Even though I've never beat it, which is my greatest shame. It's
dang.
so hard. It's so
Speaking-
hard. I love it, but it's so hard, and I just haven't been able to do it. I like roguelikes. That doesn't mean I'm good at them.
Speaking of Helldivers, you know what we just did?
Wow.
We turned the planet Penta into the black hole Penta.
What?
Oh.
How? What?
We just brought the Star of Peace online, the ultimate defensive weapon.
Oh, dear.
Ooh.
Collapses planets into black holes. We just did it on an automaton planet.
I love how
Screw the
the
automatons.
the
Remember the
constant,
creek, never forgive.
the constant
I've never
theme
played
of
Helldivers, so I have no idea what you're talking.
well, the constant theme of Helldivers is you're the villains. That's
For
basically the gist of it.
democracy.
Yeah.
That
It's just
sounds undemocratic of you. I'm reporting you to my nearest democracy officer.
yeah, you are the villains. Like you and a whole bunch of your team are storming into an alien planet that is just living its own life and doing its own thing. And then you're just storming the area, you're carpet bombing the ever-loving hell out of it, you're stealing resources, and you're like, liberating the planet for, democracy.
Democracy.
Oh, so you're
Hey.
literally just the villains from Avatar.
Hey, the Illuminate had planet-destroying weapons. They could not have been allowed the opportunity to use it against managed democracy.
Yeah, sure.
Meanwhile, me lately have been playing between World of Horror and Hello Kitty Island Adventures. Completely
Whiplash.
opposite game.
I bet your dreams are weird.
That's wonderful.
Oh, it's fun playing a video game for like hours on end and then going to sleep and like dreaming the crazy dreams is really fun.
God, you know what? This is why I need to start my own indie game studio or
Oh.
something, even though I have no money and nothing. I was just thinking, we're talking about Animal Crossing and how it how it's creepy, how it can be creepy. I'm just saying, what if someone made an Animal Crossing game that was that, but like intentionally, or really played up those aspects? I
feel like
someone
that's
just
been-
makes like a
That has
cozy
to have
game
been
that's got
done.
a creepy cozy game.
It
just
has to
just make
exist
creepy
in
Animal
some
Crossing.
capacity. Also, hello Pierce, how's it going?
or heard
Hello.
of it. I feel like
I'm
if it did
doing
exist,
good.
I would know about it. Because
I'm
that's my
doing
shit.
good. I just wanted to share something that I think you guys will find interesting. Do you know who James Baxter is?
I do.
It
Oh.
sounds familiar.
I probably know them
He's an
better by
animator.
like what they make.
He's an animator.
He's an animator. He's worked on a lot of Disney movies, like specifically the 2D like Renaissance ones that you've heard of. And he's also done a lot of work for a lot of cartoons that you've also heard of. He plays the character James Baxter in Adventure Time, which is the horse.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, they
and
literally
he
just have a
also,
character in a very well animated horse in Adventure Time named James Baxter the horse that is animated by James Baxter and named after him because he's a really good animator.
Yes, and he also has animated Animal Crossing before.
Ooh.
Fun. Okay.
And it's very,
Oh,
very
for
sweet.
like
It's
a
short.
fan animation?
Yeah, it's a fan animation of himself and his wife in the game, and they just give each other a hug and a kiss.
Aw,
that's
that's so
adorable.
sweet.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I posted
gotta
in the
look that
stream
up.
chat if you're curious in the Discord.
Okie dokie.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Slowly going to Discord.
It's
to
just
take
sweet. It's
photos.
short.
There's a couple. Carl says there's a couple games inspired by Animal Crossing that's got a creepy but cute vibe. But I get what you mean by spooky, cozy game. Animal Crossing with more paranormal, monstery stuff go when it happened. Yeah, I'm thinking like you know, like the horror towns in Animal Crossing. That's like those are just things that people make for fun in the game. But what if that was like just a thing that was already in the game?
Ooh.
Whatever
And all your
indie thing
neighbors are,
happens,
like-
I want one
Yeah.
side plot about gnomes.
No.
Yes.
I want the gnome uprising to be a thing. And you have to stop the gnome rising by all means.
Oh, you know what that's
But
reminding
you
me
could,
of?
that should be like a furniture item you can get. You can just collect a bunch of different garden gnomes, and if you get all of
Oh,
them, they
yeah,
like
I forgot about
do some
that.
creepy shit or something.
I was thinking of it was reminding me of the Goosebump book. God, what was it? Like the Attack of the Gnomes. Because I think that's literally what they were doing, was trying to uprise by being gnomes and being mischievous or something like that. Gnomes.
Animal
Hey,
Crossing, but it's
you want a
Gravity
game
Falls.
with creepy. You want a game with creepy gnomes? Puzzle Agent. Please play Puzzle Agent.
Oh, that one's so
Puzzle
good.
Agent.
It's one of my
It
favorite.
was it's a Telltale game that was done. It's basically Professor Layton meets Twin Peaks. The
It's
gameplay
really
is
good.
basically identical to Professor Layton. It's just a bunch of puzzles. You just go from place to place doing a bunch of puzzles. But the premise is like you're in this town in Minnesota, just trying to solve the foreman of a factory. It's like this town in Minnesota has like the country's largest eraser factory, and the foreman has disappeared, and you have to go and figure out what happened to the foreman because like the country can't survive without its erasers if this factory isn't up and running. So you go there and you looking for the foreman, and you do a bunch of puzzles, and it gets into this very weird supernatural kind of mystery involving gnomes, and it's very strange and cool, and the art style is great because it's all the brainchild of this one illustrator, comic artist. His name is Graham Annable, and he has this very distinct style, and his thing is also kind of like cute, but kind of cute and fun, but also creepy and weird.
Yeah.
So it's very distinctive. The game just oozes his style and sensibilities. It's great. I can't recommend it enough.
I have one. And
I've added it to
two.
my wish list.
Highly recommend them both.
Yes, absolutely.
Both of them.
It's
I wish
interesting,
there had
like-
been more than. I really wish there had been a third, but yeah.
I will say they did leave a cliffhanger on I think on the number 2 there is a cliffhanger hinting that there might be another one, but there was
But
never
then
another
yeah,
Yeah,
Telltale
but
never-
then
So
Telltale
yeah, the
went and
first
Telltale
one,
all
it's
over.
almost kind of one. The Puzzle Agent 1 and 2 are almost kind of one whole game because the first one does end on a cliffhanger, like directly, and the
that's right.
story just doesn't get resolved in the first game, and then the second one just picks up from where it left off and actually finishes the story.
Yeah, you'll
From-
buy 1 and 2 to actually get the
Yeah.
story.
It's
There is a lot of
it's
references.
really more. You can maybe think of it more as like Puzzle Agent Episode 1 and Episode 2 because they're really meant to be like one I felt like it was originally probably supposed to have been one game, and Telltale just wasn't sure how well it was gonna do, so they like chopped it in half, just sold the first half, and then once that one did okay, it's like, okay, we'll make the second half now, and that was Puzzle Agent 2.
The second game is currently on sale for like $2.
Is it actually still available? Because I was just thinking, I'm like, wait, it's a Telltale game. Is it still
Surprisingly,
available?
yes.
It is.
I went and I looked it up, and I'm just like, I wonder if this is available anywhere. Probably not, because it's Telltale, and all their stuff is basically gone. No,
Well,
you can
Steam
buy
has
it
it.
on Steam.
I guess
have,
somebody rescued it.
It's
I
still
wasn't- yeah.
labeled underneath being, like, published by Telltale, so
Yeah.
I don't know, somebody's
Well,
probably
some
making
of
money off
Telltale's
it.
games did get bought up by like some other company, and just so they could keep selling them and keep the rights up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
But I don't know which one specifically.
Phoenix is making
I-
fried potatoes. What did they miss? Game talk.
Talking about stuff.
We talked
That's
about
basically
it. Oh, yeah.
Also, you better
Oh
give
yeah,
me some of the...
Puzzle Agent. So Puzzle Agent 2 is on sale for $2, and then the first game is $5. So that's $6 for
whole-
basically
Yeah, $7 or
the
$8
whole
bucks.
2-part game, and that's it. That's insane. Like, cheap. Get it. Just go and
Yeah.
get it.
Heck yeah, boy.
You know what? There is one detective game I recommend, highly recommend, and it's the Detective Grimoire series. There is officially there's 2 games, but they are making a third one. The first one I think is Detective Grimoire in the Swamp. The next one is Detective Grimoire in Tangle Tower. And then the new one is like, I think something about like the Song of the Mermaids. But very good detective games. The art style is amazing, and the music is phenomenal. I've literally
Ooh.
I'm not even joking. I've literally done art and just listened to the soundtrack of Tangle Tower, and you could just literally fall asleep to it. It's beautifully made, and the stories, they're all connected, by the way, which is really good too, because I know some detective games, they'll like go, oh, we're gonna do this mystery. It's like slowly, what's it called? As you're playing, you slowly notice like connections from the older games, or at least the older one from the second one. And then the third one, I think there's a demo, and you also get to see little Easter eggs from the older games. It's really nice. I recommend those ones if you want to get a good detective game.
Ooh, I'll keep note of that.
Neat.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I bought the things.
So I am super behind on my detective game visual novels. A friend of mine bought me. I have a friend who has bought me several of those games, including
Let's see if I can.
Great Ace Attorney.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Hold on, let me
What
see.
was it? Oh. Yeah, Great Ace Attorney. The Zero Escape games.
Oh, guys,
Like one
there's
other, or like
Detective-
some others that they haven't.
I just realized it's Detective Week, so Detective Grimoire is only $1. And I think so is the other.
What?
Yeah.
Only $1?
Yeah. Oh, I might have to. Hold on. Let me put this on Discord. I'll put it in the games. Hold on.
Buy
So-
now!
So here's the first game, and then there is a second game, and then the third one's not out yet, but there is a free demo for the third one. Let me put this one right here for you. In the game one. Hold on, let me see where.
Yeah.
Where is
Yeah,
that
they
other
bought
one?
me Grace Ace Attorney, all the Zero Escape games, AI the Somnium Files. They like buy me these like visual novel detective games because they know I like them, and I'm just like, I still haven't gotten around to playing them. I'm so sorry.
Right, I remember.
like-
I was looking into doing Detective Grimoire and Tangled Tower at one point.
Oh, I've done them on stream. It's beautifully made. If you ever do it, please hit me up. I will totally collab with you on that one because the games are very good. Highly recommend them. Let's see where. I'm trying to see. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there it is. Okay, I couldn't find it. I found the demo one for the new one. I was like, where did the mermaid one go? There it
Oh,
is.
Mermaid Mask.
Yep, there you go. So there's all I put all 3 games in case anyone's interested because I know I'm waiting for Mermaid Mask. As soon as that gets released, I'm streaming that one because that one, again, I recommend any of these games. They're very good. Oh, fun fact. If you play the first one, you may recognize a certain voice. Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps voices 2 characters in the game. He voices the hippie and the nerd character in the first game.
Yeah, I
Oh,
also
that's
know
fun.
that there's a couple of other like Newgrounds alumni that are in that are in these games. I think I'm trying to remember what his name is, but like he was in like several other like Newgrounds games that I remember playing back in the day. And also like in a bunch of different Newgrounds animations as well.
Ooh.
I don't remember what his name is though. I literally looked him up not too long ago. I think it's because I'm in the exact same server as him in like a voice acting server, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, you! I know you! Jesus.
That's wild.
Cool.
Oh, speaking of like Ace Attorney detective visual novel games, some friends of mine were raving about one that I had never heard of before a couple of the other day, called Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane.
What?
Currently on sale. It's normally $30. It's currently on sale for $15. And it just looks like an Ace Attorney game. Except apparently the deal of it is it's basically just Ace Attorney, but it's in a fantasy world. You're a lawyer to like wizards and magic, and I think that's a really cool idea.
Neato. What was that?
That is really cool.
There was one game that I was thinking about playing at one point. Wasn't like Avian Attorney or whatever the heck?
I've heard of Avian
Yeah.
Attorney too. That one also looks funny.
I've never
I've
heard of that
I
one.
think I
I've
bought
heard
that for you,
of.
actually.
It's literally
the
just
Dark
Ace Attorney with birds.
There's birds. What?
It's
Yeah, and it's
Avian
all like
Attorney with birds.
old timey artwork. It's the art style is really interesting.
It's called Aviary
like-
Attorney, and that is currently $3.
Ooh.
Didn't I buy that for
But
you?
yeah, the art style I
No,
can't
I don't
even
think you ever
describe
did.
it. I just have to link it. But it's
I
like
bought something for you.
Are we all buying BB games? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Nobody needs to buy any
coincidentally,
games for
Steam
me.
is having the Steam Detective Fest, where a bunch of detective games are on sale. Just happen to be on sale
That is
right
true.
now.
There's a lot of detective games on here. I'm literally looking real quick. Like, oh man.
Yeah, I forgot how weird and cool the art style of Aviary Attorney is. It's just like, it's like these old sepia, like 19th century illustrations. That
It's very nice.
I
Yeah.
love this so much.
Guys, Sam and Max counts as a detective game. All the Sam and Max.
Yes, I saw Sam and Max was on sale.
Go play.
Oh shoot!
It's a
Remy, do you
miracle
have
that
Sam
they
and Max?
currently exist in modern era. Go play games.
Do I have some
I have
Max?
another
I have-
detective game
Let me
that you might
double
find
check. I
interesting.
think I have.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's called Hero of Law. Have you heard of it?
Let me look it up here. Hero of Law.
I do have one of their games. It's Sam and Max Hits the Road. I have that one. I was actually thinking.
Oh
of
yeah,
doing
that
that
Sam
on
and Max Hit the
stream
Road is
someday.
it's the OG one from made by LucasArts in the early 90s. That is that's a classic. But I think that game is great. It's really good. It was very I think it's like kind of a quintessential game of the like classic 90s point and clicks. I think the Sam and Max Telltale seasons like are they go above and beyond it in like every single way. Those games are like what every.
Pierce, are you referring to the Hero of Law mod for like, for frickin' Ocarina of Time?
Yes.
Wait, what?
People took Ocarina of Time and they created a massive overhaul mod that turns the game into Ace Attorney.
Oh my god,
That's radical
That's
as hell.
funny.
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Oh, I love how the objection text is like Hylian.
Yeah, it's not like just some visual novel parody. It actually runs in Ocarina of Time.
That is ridiculous. Oh, also 20 copyright 2025 Nintendo newer team.
Yep.
That is so goofy. I like that.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, they also have a walkthrough available. They have the entire soundtrack available as free download.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's freaking cool.
And all the
man.
music is like mashup remixes of Ace Attorney songs and Ocarina of Time songs.
Yo, I might
It's
have
great.
to download this and listen to it.
Oh my god, Dino Cop is also on sale. Oh man, there's a lot of really good detective games actually on sale. That's actually really dope.
Welcome to the
Let's
detective
see.
sale.
I
I
know,
posted
look
a
at all
link to
these-
the trailer in the Twitch stream chat if you're curious.
Okay, well, I've downloaded the soundtrack because I got to listen to that later because that sounds freaking goofy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Remy, please get Salmon Max, Salmon Max Save the World, Salmon Max Beyond Time and Space, and especially Salmon Max The Devil's Playhouse.
I'm
They
gonna
are
probably have
amazing.
to,
They
'cause-
just get better with each game. And The
As
Devil's
somebody
Playhouse
who,
is my favorite game of all time.
As somebody who played all three of them, I can give them a big fat thumbs up. They're incredibly funny.
You know what,
They're
I-
like they are incredibly clever in a lot of different ways. Also a little bit challenging sometimes, but it's incredibly clever in like the mechanics that they decide to pull off with it. You know, like they know how their world mechanics work, and they like utilize them very well. I think it's a good way to put it.
Ooh.
It's also just
what, I meant
insanely
that.
well written and very clever with its not just with like the humor and the comedy, but like I think as a story, it's really well written. The themes are really clever. A lot of the character concepts are really like, this is really interesting. I would like to see other stuff do things like this. It's a game with a lot of amazing ideas that it pretty much all executes flawlessly.
Random aside here, but I'm scrolling through the Discord and I look at the art section. Spooky, did you draw me at a Five Guys?
Wait, what? Hold on, I gotta
Go,
see. Wait.
go to the art section.
Oh
There's
my
a drawing.
God.
There's a drawing of me next to like Dandy from Dandy's World, and with text that
And they
says
put it up
Five
with
Guys
Five
is very
Guys,
Sigma,
yeah.
and then you added a Bit Burger right next to me.
I'm staring at this right
I
now. It's
see the
beautiful.
page with the Bit Burger. I haven't seen. I see Old Man Bit is Old Man Yells at Cloud.
Oh no, not in the magma. Over in the art channel in Discord.
Okay.
Honestly though, I probably will play Sam and Max. You know what? I might have to kidnap you, BB, and we'll play some Sam.
If
and
you're gonna
Max
kidnap
sometime.
anybody,
We're gonna
you should kidnap Zesel straight up. I don't know if
have to-
Zesel's
I guess I'm
available.
I guess I gotta kidnap Zeepsel.
I'm always available for Salmon Max. If there's two things I'm always
Oh,
available
fair.
for,
I
it's
gotta
Gravity
kidnap
Falls and
them.
Salmon Max.
Got it. I'm gonna hold on. Let me make a little note here. Make sure to
Hell
kidnap.
yeah.
Make sure to have rope and some snacks. Got it. Okay, cool.
Snacks. What kind of snacks?
Yes, it did. I think Spooky did draw you at a Five Guys. That's great. With the cursed Bit Burger.
That's amazing. I like it.
Also, the Welcome Home house right above that. That's really cool.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, Socks made that.
Oh yeah, the Welcome Home house. It looks nice. Very well painted. God, it's been a while since I've
I
done
love
any
people who
like.
can do
I haven't done like a good
that kind of
crafting
craft
thing in a
stuff.
long
That's,
time.
That's so impressive to me.
Mm-hmm. Having each of the nurse fathers represent each form of abuse was a great decision, and it allowed people to put themselves into Ryushu's shoes in some way, shape, or form. What were we going to talk about? Oh, we're still talking about like Kanto. I was very confused for a second there. I was just like, what? Where?
Encanto is a good movie.
I mean, I haven't seen Encanto.
It's good. It's probably the best
Encanto
Disney
is
film that
okay.
Disney's released in the 2010s
It's fine. I
I'm
think it
terrified
just should have been
to-
a stage musical
or
instead.
2020s actually. Sorry.
I'm terrified whenever I say like I've never seen X movie, because like the second I say that, there's a 50-50 chance of somebody being like, "You've never freaking seen it," or Yeah, it was mid.
Oh, that was literally what me yesterday saying that to you when you were talking about my art piece. I'm like, oh yeah, it's inspired by two of my favorite games, Hat of Time and this one. And you're like, I've never played this. I'm like, you've never played Luigi's Mansion? We need to fix this immediately.
Wait, how has Bit not played Luigi's Mansion? He's
Dude, I don't
like played
know.
all the Mario stuff.
I don't
Wait,
know,
yeah,
man.
but
It's
you haven't
He's
weird.
like
played
one of the
Luigi's
biggest
Mansion?
Mario heads I know.
I never played Luigi's.
Holy moly,
It's weird.
what?
Like I played Sunshine, which is funny enough. Like around the time that Sunshine released, it was getting critically panned, and Luigi's Mansion was getting a lot of attention. And like nowadays, Sunshine has got a little bit more like esteem, and a lot more people look on it fondly. And Luigi's Mansion is huge now. Like I don't know. Like
That's because Luigi's Mansion is awesome.
it is, dude. Like a lot of people look at the GameCube era as being like Nintendo's Lemon era. I'm gonna be real. Like if that's their Lemon era, that's a pretty like, you know, tasty lemon right there. I don't know. They made
Who
some
the
good stuff.
heck thinks the GameCube was the lemon era?
A lot of
GameCube gave
people
us
do. A lot of people.
Gave us the first Animal Crossing. We got Pikmin. We got Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion. The GameCube had some of the best shit.
Whenever
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
brings
It
that
was
up,
on a console. It just was a console that no one bought. That's the problem.
yeah, well, yeah.
I bought
Whenever
it.
anybody brings that up, they're usually bringing up the fact that like the GameCube came around at the exact same time as like the PlayStation 2. Anything you
Oh, this
put
is
against the
true.
PlayStation 2 loses, unfortunately.
Here, I have numbers. I have numbers to back this up. The
Yeah.
Nintendo GameCube sold
I love how many
21.74 million units. For comparison, the PlayStation 2 sold 160 million.
Oh my God.
You're not gonna beat the
So
PlayStation 2.
21, so almost 22 million versus 160 million. No one bought a GameCube. That
I
is
wouldn't
what I
say
mean
no
when I say
one, but
no
like
one bought a
it was
GameCube.
the GameCube was an interesting pocket of people, I guess. You know,
That's
Yeah.
so crazy to me because when I was a kid, like everybody I know owned a GameCube.
Yeah.
yeah, you were a part of the
I
cool
own a
kids crowd.
GameCube. I love my GameCube. For
Dude, I like
comparison,
my
the
parents.
Dreamcast sold 9 million and the Wii U sold 13.5.
Dude, I remember
Oh my God.
we owned a GameCube and then we accidentally destroyed it because we were terrible kids, and then our parents bought another GameCube for us. We owned a GameCube twice.
How do you destroy a
Man, you-
GameCube?
Good question. I
destroy
don't
it?
know.
Question. How do you do that?
Couldn't tell you.
It's
Just
a
one day
GameCube.
it
Those
stopped
things are
reading
discs.
made out of
Very-
like Tonka trucks. How do you break
They're made
those?
of Nintendium.
Live
Because
with
I have seen
live
people-
in a household with 5 brothers. One of them will
There
figure
are
it out.
people who have taken the original Game Boy to the top of Mount Everest and it still works.
There are videos of people literally hitting GameCubes with sledgehammers and it still works.
Oh, you know what's
I'm
funny?
So confused
Uh,
with how you broke
our
it.
GameCube-
How did you break?
I remember when our original GameCube broke, we decided to have a little bit of fun, me and my brothers and all that jazz, because we're just like, well, I mean, you know, it's not like you can repair any of these things, right? That's impossible. So instead, because you know we're a bunch of rowdy teenage boys who like need to like take out their aggression on something, we took that old GameCube and we brought it out to the driveway and just like destroyed that thing with sledgehammers. And it was not easy. That thing is like a dense motherfucker.
There are places you can go and just pay to do that now. You just go to a place and you pay them, and then they put you in a room with a bunch of stuff you can break and give you a sledgehammer.
Oh,
And
Carl
they're
says,
donuts.
my PS2 died one day. My cousins were nice and gave us their PS2. Oh, hey, nice cousins.
You know
Did you
what's
take
crazy?
your original PS2 out back and like just murder it with hammers?
Murder it with hammers.
I want to know this.
Yeah, mine became a dust collector.
You know what's wild is my PS2 that I think I bought I'm pretty sure I bought it in 2002. Like I begged my parents to get me, like I already owned a GameCube, but I begged my parents to get me a PS2 for Kingdom Hearts.
Valid.
And so I think I was in 2002. That thing still works.
Yeah, very nice.
I have
PS2 still works.
What was
It's
it?
an
My
old,
N64
it's an
also
old
works.
fat PS2 bought probably in 2002 that still works
Hell
Cool.
yeah.
to this
So
day.
I have I still
I
have my childhood GameCube. I think it's like sitting in the back in my entertainment center. And not only that,
Ooh.
but it also has some extra stuff as well. I got a bunch of like the original controllers from the era. Some current remakes of that controller as well, just for in case you ever need them. Also, I was one of the people that bought the Game Boy Player.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember what's funny is that like the Game Boy Player is like you can find them all over eBay for like ridiculously cheap prices. However, like the one thing you can't find on eBay is the actual CD to make the Game Boy Player actually work. I still have the CD. So I'm willing to bet if
that
I threw
CD
that
can actually be as pricey, if not more, than the unit itself.
and that's why a lot of people they just hack their GameCubes so that they can just use the Game Boy Player without the disc.
Honestly, the application on the disc is not the best for playing GBA games. The hacked option actually gives you a clearer image and better sound quality.
Valid. Let me see if I can find Game Boy Player disc. How much does that run you? $180 fucking dollars.
Holy crap!
Wow. Good
For a
lord.
disc the size of a peach ring.
Yay!
Jesus. You can get it like loose without the box for $140.
Peach
That's
rings!
still ridiculous. It should be like
That's
20.
crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of which, the other day I was looking up Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube on eBay. Surprisingly, no, okay, stupidly expensive, like for what it is, but it's not like collector's price, which I think is nice. You can still get it for like $60.
Oh, I'd pay that. I'd pay $60. The only thing is I don't
My
have a
biggest
Wii.
regret is some years ago I did sell my GameCube and a lot of my old games because I hadn't actually took them out and played them in years, and I kind of needed the money. So I ended up selling it. My biggest regret is that among that lot of games that I sold included Super Smash Bros. Melee, and I did not
No!
sell Melee by itself for. I could have gotten at least $100 for that game. I'm sure I could have, and I just didn't
You
think about it
absolutely
at the
could have
time.
gotten a higher price for Melee. It's Melee.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
I
so
could've,
sorry.
and I didn't, and I regret it to this day.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
I will say this.
I feel pain.
I have a PlayStation 2. I do have. Let's see what I have. I have an Xbox 360, but here's the thing. Actually, literally 2 days ago, I have a little gremlin. Is my daughter. She is 2 years old. She decided that pressing the button was too much fun, so she kept pressing it, and now it won't work, and it's stuck. And my husband, my poor husband's just like, Remy, I need your technical support. I'm like, what's wrong? And he goes, my Xbox 360. Our daughter pushed the button too much, and now it's jammed. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh, we gotta go take it in. So now I'm trying to find somewhere to take it in that won't like jack up the price because it's a Xbox 360, which it means it's retired, which means I have to go to like one of those game stores and see if they can fix it.
Yeah.
God knows how
I'm
much
trying
that's
to
gonna cost
think.
me to fix that.
Back not too long ago, I did some research to try and figure out like repairability of Xbox 360s. I wonder how much it would cost to try and get the switch mechanism and replace that and solder it.
Ooh.
Can't imagine it would be
wonder
that
If
expensive.
he could do that.
But like I don't know whether or not that
Yeah.
switch is like hooked into
Uh-huh.
something proprietary. I don't know. I will say,
Also, I will
I-
say this.
now go for it. Go for it.
I will say this while trying to find. I was trying to find Luigi's Haunted Mansion as well. I did find out something that really got me upset though, because a lot of people have actually asked Nintendo. There are literally Reddit stories saying, Nintendo, we want Luigi's Mansion for the Switch. They've been doing it for years. Nintendo responded the first time by putting Luigi's Mansion on the 360, like the little DS.
The
which people were
3DS.
pissed going, yep. so people were upset, going, "No, that's not what we wanted," right? Recently, people were asking for it again, and guess what Nintendo did? If you guessed, they put it for free for the Switch 2 only. I was super
Well,
mad
it's
when I
not
found
free.
that
It's
out.
part of the Switch Online expansion pack
Yes.
service.
Yeah, it's that one.
If there's anything I am
Which
not a
is,
fan
by
of
the way-
nowadays, it is free. Well, like paid service
It's just
video
so
game
expensive.
ownership.
It's like what, $50 a year?
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, it's
No.
ridiculous, and you
That's
also
kind
don't
of a
own the
lot.
games, which is terrible. And
No.
with Luigi's Mansion specifically, it's a problem because there are some inputs that the Switch 2 is just incapable of that Luigi's Mansion requires.
Exactly, and that's why I'm like really upset because I'm like, well, I can't play it, but also, why? Like, just why?
Like, you know how the GameCube had analog triggers? Like, if you
Yep.
push it a little bit, then it
I miss
the
analog
console
triggers.
knows that versus if you push it all the way.
Mhm.
The Xbox 360, the Xbox and the PS4 both still have analog triggers. It's only Nintendo that keeps missing the memo on
Yeah,
can I have analog triggers, please? And they
Nintendo
just keep
like
making them digital ones, and it's a problem because Luigi's Mansion and Mario Sunshine require them.
right? Dude, like Mario Sunshine specifically really annoys me because like technically you can play Super Mario Sunshine using like, digital triggers. It like you can make it work, but like is that a way to
It's
live?
just not the
It feels
same.
wrong.
It just
It feels
it's
wrong.
wrong.
And there are certain
Exactly.
techniques that require it to be analog.
And that's why I played Super Mario Sunshine on the Switch, and I did get through it 100%. I got all the stars and all like the coins and stuff, but like, at what cost? It makes me sad.
Yeah.
I like analog triggers, goddammit. And like, dude, the GameCube triggers just feel so goddamn comfy. Like the trigger, the
GameCube
controller
is
itself.
still Nintendo's best controller.
Yeah. Well, I will say, actually, I would argue that I personally really, really like the Switch Pro controller. Like, that controller just has everything sitting at just the right spots. With like, it's a
Absolutely.
big enough controller as well, so it fits in my big old adult hands. I really enjoy it, but the things I don't like about it is that it doesn't have analog triggers on it, and also, you know what? That's it. If they added analog triggers on it, it would make me super happy. But they don't. Like that.
Oh, yeah,
That's just something
absolutely.
they don't do. And like the GameCube
Yeah.
controller,
Fails it.
if I had to compare the two, GameCube controller is comfortable enough, but as I've gotten older, I've realized that controller is like significantly smaller than like I would like it to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
just
for
It
feels
sure.
does
kinda
feel a
teeny.
little smaller in my hands because I'm not I'm a lot bigger than I was before. So I do sort of feel
I-
that a little bit, and the D-pad on the GameCube controller is kind of terrible.
I have
Absolutely.
tiny
Agreed.
hands, and like
It tiny little
I feel like
D-pad,
it's still
and it's so spongy. Oh,
Yeah.
while we're on the subject of this, though, do you remember like Mad Catz controllers for the GameCube?
I sure
Oh, I went
do.
through so many of those. They were so bad.
Do you like, man? I remember there was one that like, the GameCube controller has always been known for being a little bit tinier of a controller. Mad Catz, like, apparently they got that memo and then they went, "Oh, okay, we'll make it even smaller." So the Mad
Yeah,
Catz
That's
GameCube
what
controller
everybody
is
wanted.
like, it's like freaking microscopic.
Yeah, the Mad Catz GameCube controllers are awful, and you should never use them.
Yeah. I mean,
you're-
anything
you're
Mad
better off
Catz
using
related, just don't
that,
touch.
You're better off using that wide Japan-only GameCube controller that had a keyboard on it,
What?
oh,
which was only
God.
really useful for Phantasy Star Online.
I think I remember that now. Now, what a weird concept that was.
Yeah. Honestly,
It
the
kinda
best,
reminds me of,
modern controller is probably just a DualShock 4. Just because it also has all the buttons in basically the right place, and it still also has analog triggers and gyro support, and that's kind of all you really need.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
that's what the controller that I used for whenever I had to plug in a controller to my PC, I used my PS4 DualShock 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I've always been
I
a
also use my
sucker
PS4
for.
DualShock 4.
I've always been a sucker for like the Xbox. So And also on top of that, Xbox is owned by Microsoft, and they own, the Windows kind of thing. So I've always used an Xbox controller to connect to my PC, just because like it's so seamless, and they literally are kind of designed for each other. So it takes a lot of hassle out of things. And also, the Xbox controller is just kind of natively supported by a lot of games that get released on PC nowadays. So it's like
The
it's
Xbox
so simple and
controller
like
is really, really
very,
great.
very turn your brain off kind of thing.
The only thing that I wish that the Xbox controller had is gyro. Like, I don't think it has one.
Ooh.
It doesn't. Nope.
No,
Which is funny because
That's a problem.
the 360 controller is like ridiculously expensive. Actually, no, not the 360. The Xbox Core controller is what they call it now. It's stupidly expensive, and for what? You get like all of the basic, analog control, like analog triggers. You get like the standard couple thumbsticks, the standard buttons. You get like your select and start. Oh, you get a nice like rocker D-pad kind of thing. Oh, that's nice. Aside from that, nothing extra. Also, it doesn't come with a rechargeable battery at all. You have to buy that separate.
oh
Bruh.
boy.
Bruh.
That's stupid.
Exactly.
Socks.
And it costs like $70, right?
And it costs like $70 frickin'. You'd think they would be able to throw like some gyro in there, but no. Hey, Socks, how's it going?
What's up? Hey,
It's socks.
going pretty good. I just finished the head mask for my cosplay of home.
We were talking
Yeah,
about
I was
it.
just
It
saying. I
good.
looked in the art. I looked in the art channel. I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, that welcome home head is the house, or that welcome
Yeah.
home house is really good.
Yeah. I was super proud of how the eyes came out because I made follow me eyes for that.
Oh, rad.
It's really cool.
Oh, that's gonna be real creepy.
Yeah, it's gonna be for a cosplay contest that I'm gonna be entering in.
Ooh.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm wishing you good luck on that one.
Last year at this contest, they actually like made up a category for me because I didn't fit into any of the categories, but they wanted me to win something, and it was super sweet.
Aw.
Oh,
I'm curious what the category was.
Youth category.
Sure, why not?
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, why not? Here's a good
So,
question.
like,
So
wait,
now that
youth
you're here,
category, so did they not have like? Is that just like minors? Is that just like? Did they not have any other cosplayers like under 18?
No, they do. They just couldn't think of anything on the spot.
and the award for most well showered
The young
goes
man.
to Socks.
Yeah.
It's like what?
It was
Like, I
funny.
assume by that you mean you're under 18.
I am not.
Oh, you're not.
Yeah, I was under 18 during that contest, but I'm not under 18
okay,
now.
I go. Okay. You're not now though. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm.
I am 18, in fact.
I gotta remember
Congratulations.
I won like a Halloween costume contest kind of thing at one point, but like I didn't win first place. I got like third place, and like one of the only reasons why I even won it in the first place is because I sold my costume really well. That's it.
Yeah,
like I
that's
actually
fine.
acted out the costume. Meanwhile, all the other like teenagers that were in the exact same area were just like, it's like, well, I'm a ghost. Deal with it. I'm the only one that was just like, no, I'm gonna play the part.
Good for
The
you.
third place winner was got $5 whole.
Ooh,
Yay! Probably
you're rich.
bought soda. I don't freaking know.
We're rich.
Rich.
Richard, beyond your wildest fantasy.
Don't go to events or anything. They sound so fun. I've only cosplayed like once, and even then, like, never again, because like it's just not for me. It's one of those like, dressing up was fun, but it's really stressful and like kind of tiring to be dressed up like the whole day and then like you have to be
It
in
is,
character
yeah.
all the time.
You don't have to be in character, but it's
Yeah,
fun
you
when
don't
you
have
are.
to. I've never done that. I just completely forget to.
I completely forget as well.
I-
And there was somebody who walked up to me and it was just like, "Hey, you're this guy, right?" And for a brief second, I forgot what was going on. I was like, "I'm what now?"
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
right.
this-
Yeah, yeah. So
I do miss cosplaying though.
There's this one convention in my town, and it's very small and very chill. But last year they did like recreate the Hatsune Miku hologram in one of the showrooms, and it was really fucking cool.
That is cool.
And the vendor hall is a ton of fun. My
Can I
aunt
live
and my
where you
uncle.
are?
We have one convention and that's it.
Ah. That's one more convention than I get.
Uh,
I think where
I think there are
live,
like a
there's
couple
only
in like the
two.
towns around me and stuff, but I don't go there because I'm scared. And this con is home base for me.
Carl
Ooh,
goes to the
Ren fairs are
Renaissance
fun.
Fair. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
get. I get the
that's
Renaissance
fair.
Fair.
I like those a lot.
I've never been to a Ren fair.
Not
They seem
my
fun,
not my
but I
bag
don't think
personally.
they exist around here.
I
go
think
to the
they're
Renaissance
I
Fair.
think they're a lot of fun. It's just a lot sometimes. There's a lot of walking, and if your costume if you live in a hot area and your costume is a lot, it's going to kill you.
Ooh,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
I will
Dressed as
say
a jester. Oh, that's like full like outfit. Ooh.
That's fun though.
it is fun.
Big fan of jesters.
What's my favorite bug? Probably a ladybug. I don't know why.
Ladybugs are fun.
I like ladybugs.
I like
Ladybugs are
Hercules
like
beetle.
what now?
they very ideally shaped and colored.
They're pretty looking.
I like circles.
So yeah, circles are fun.
Mhm.
Very optimized, like by biological shape. A circle.
Yeah. Looking at your
Aw,
Sona, yeah, it makes sense that you like ladybugs.
Well, what other
moths.
bug would I
Hercules
possibly go
beetle,
with?
do it.
Beetle.
Do snails count as bugs?
Nah, I don't think so.
I'll look it up.
Is a snail a bug?
Otherwise, maybe moths.
No,
Some
snail
places
is
have dirt paths and dust gets everywhere. That happened when I went to the Seattle one. The past 2 years, I've
gastropod.
gone to a small local one, so there was a lot less walking to do. I think
Ooh.
so. I'm not like massively asthmatic or anything like that, but I will say when there's a lot of dirt and dust that's in the air, I do have some breathing problems. So,
Yeah.
Renaissance Fair really ain't a thing for me.
Mhm. Okay, so a snail is a shelled gastropod, not an insect or a bug.
Is my mic on? Can
Yeah,
you guys
your
hear
mic's
me?
on. Hello.
They're
Yeah, I
all
hear you.
in
Okay.
there, so maybe
It's
they
just
do
there's a
count.
lot of talking. I know that Kyle has been to the Renaissance Fair
Well,
a couple of
sometimes
times.
my mic shuts off due to inactivity, so I just had to make sure.
Okay.
I just want to say I love when Bitby just like pokes at us.
Yeah.
Just like almost like little pets just poke. Oh.
I imagine it like those buttons that you can train your dogs to push so that they can quote unquote talk and like communicate their needs and everything.
If you were one of those buttons, what would you say?
Fuck. No. I don't know. That's what I would say. I don't know.
I feel like I would need to constantly use the fuck button. I love those TikTok videos of like people that have those buttons all like set up and then there's one button that's just says bitch,
Yeah, bitch.
bitch, bitch. Don't call
What's
me
this
a
button?
bitch, bitch.
You made the button.
Yeah, it's like this is your fault. You trained them to say.
Yeah,
They
this is on
figured out it was just
you.
like, oh hey, a sentence enhancer. Your favorite bug is the moth. Oh, I forgot about flying bugs.
Ladybugs fly.
Oh yeah, that is right.
Mhm.
So Oh, dude, actually, you know what actually scares the crap out of me? I'm so used to just like seeing
What?
ladybugs just like sitting on flowers or like just hanging and like just chilling out. Or like, I've had
Yeah.
ladybugs like hanging out and just like crawling across my hand or something. I'm just like, look how pretty it is. But like the second they actually like unfurl their wings and start flying around, it freaks me the fuck out.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
I forget and I'm just like, oh yeah, right, you can do that.
Yeah, that's it. It's the same reaction whenever like a fucking cockroach or a beetle starts flying. It's like, nah, you're supposed to crawl around like a freak as it is.
No, cockroach, that is like
Oh.
my ladybug problem times a billion. Because with cockroaches, I'm just like,
Mhm.
not
want
only
that.
do I forget that you fly, I don't want you to fly ever.
Yeah.
Cockroaches are
I
bad, I don't
forgot
like
that
them either.
cockroaches could fly in general just now.
Yeah.
I'm not happy to be reminded of this fact.
It's preparation for next time it happens. Just like knowing that that thing that's on your floor could possibly start flying.
I'm so thankful that I
Thanks,
don't
I
live
hate it.
anywhere where there's like, significant amount of pests. And any
Yeah.
pests that do exist are easily like capturable or like, you can use non-harmful chemicals to kill them, you know what I mean?
I'm really glad that the part of Arizona that I live in does not have a lot of scorpions because I hate scorpions so much. I hate stinger bugs in general, but scorpions are my number one enemy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No, what
Hey, guys, I
you
wanna
should be
let you
afraid
guys
of?
know-
Centipedes. There's not a lot of
Oh, yeah.
centipedes around here, so I'm thankful of that.
Oh,
Worst we
I
have in
played
Iowa are
RimWorld. I
pecker
have a
gnats.
fear of centipedes.
Ooh. Well, all right then.
Hey,
I'm
guys, I
glad
have
that
to
you
get
live here.
going,
Then.
but I wanted to say thank you for having me hang out with you guys for a little bit. I'm gonna get going.
Yay.
Welcome.
See ya.
Okie
Oh, see
dokie.
you, Remy.
Thanks for
See you
popping in
later.
and chatting. It's been cool.
Remy,
sure.
Remy, I'm gonna message you. I'm gonna message you in a little bit. Okay.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye.
There you are. Imagine a mosquito, but you
Guys.
only know one is on you after it's already bit you. Oh, well, I mean, that's just mosquitoes in general. That's what
That's just
pecker gnats
mosquitoes
are.
in general.
So, like, the place that I live in, our number one pest is mosquitoes. It's freaking frustrating. Because, like,
Yeah.
if you want to go outside and chill, you better have some mosquito repellent or something. Especially if you're going to
Mhm.
be out, like, late at night.
Yeah. I think in 2023, no, 2022 actually, that summer, my legs looked like pizza, like pepperoni pizza, because the mosquitoes found out that I was allergic to them, and also that my blood tasted really good, and so I was not allowed to have normal legs until like December.
Mm-hmm. Like, that is such a weird phenomenon. I don't know what the heck it is. I don't know how they smell it, but like mosquitoes know
And it
when
was
you
just
taste.
that year.
Like, so I know that like mosquitoes, they tend to gun for me for sure. And I hate
Mhm.
them with passion for that.
They do have like blood type preferences, apparently.
Interesting. Well then, like
Like mosquitoes. I'm pretty sure they like type O, if I'm not mistaken.
I
hang
don't
on.
remember what my blood type is.
Mosquito.
I haven't. I'm gonna have to ask the next
Or-
time I'm like at my doctor.
Yeah, I don't know what my blood type is either. Yeah.
Me neither. I should also ask because there's like, you ever see those things where it's like, when you get like a character profile and you get their blood type and there's supposedly like personality stuff based on blood type? I've always been curious about that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so type O blood, yeah. Mosquitoes prefer that. I wonder if that applies to vampires. I feel like any logic that you could apply to a mosquito can also apply to a vampire if you try hard enough.
Oh, you have AB blood? No.
It's like, I guess I could have AB blood, but I just don't really... I don't like it. But I am really hungry, but...
I'm not very thirsty right now. I think I can hold off until I get to the village.
It's like, if that's the only option that I have right now, I can wait. That's fine.
In Hollow Knight, you have Grim, who's supposed to be like a vampire, a bug, but he's not a mosquito. I always wondered.
That is interesting.
I wonder why they didn't make him a mosquito.
Yeah. What bug is he?
I think he's a moth.
Moths do.
There is such a thing. There is a thing called a vampire moth.
Butterflies do. They sometimes harvest from corpses.
Interesting.
Yeah. Some fucked up butterfly for ya.
I think some of the bugs in Hollow Knight aren't like any one particular species. I think they're just insect of some fantastical variety because it's.
I love the idea that, like, you know, an entire developer that works with the concept of bugs is just they're writing bug fan fiction, basically. Here's my bug OC. Please do not steal.
Here's my headcanon for what this type of bug does.
It's been a while since I've actually played through Hollow Knight. I think I did attempt to play through it at one point, and then I got up to Grim, and I'm like, I'm not moving forward until I beat Grim. And then I remembered that beating Grim is a pain in the ass. I was just like,
yeah.
What else can I possibly do right now?
The first time you fight him is not so bad. Nightmare King is Nightmare King will kick your ass,
yeah,
but...
like regular,
but the
regular
first
like Grim
fight's
is
not
fine.
so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can beat like regular Grim with my eyes closed. It's like Nightmare Grim is just like, oh, you like this fight, don't you? Oh, you like this fight? Oh yeah. Here it is again, except times 10.
Yeah, Nightmare Grim will take you at least a day. I think the first time I beat it, I unlocked it like in the evening. I tried it a couple times, like, yeah, this is gonna take a while. And then the next day, I spent like literally the entire day on just that one boss, and by the end of the day, I managed to beat him.
Sunflower says, but Grimchild is cute though. Yeah, well, that's
cute.
That's who I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for my Grimchild.
It was funny because when I did that, that was during my first playthrough. So after I beat Nightmare King and got the full Grimchild upgrade, the Radiance was a cakewalk.
Oh yeah, right. Good lord. Having like souped up Grimchild is like such a cheat. It's kind of like it's
so cheesy, and then also Radiance is just not nearly as hard as Nightmare King.
Man, there's a couple of upgrades that you can get in like Silksong specifically that I feel like are absolutely cheap as hell. Again, what is that one called? The one where you're you leave like an ice silhouette of yourself.
I don't remember, because I actually never got that, and now I'm like, damn it, I should have gotten that. That might have made my life a lot easier.
I feel like it would have, honestly. Because, like, seriously, it is such, like... It's such a good passive of, like, oh, you get hit? All right. You leave a little spike trap, and you don't have to think about leaving it. Just like, oh, it's there now. And, like, it's super powerful. Like, it can take out, like, a fairly decent, like... decent HP character. Like, I feel like it probably takes off like 2 or 3 hit points. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
And also, it's an area attack too, so you could possibly kill multiple things at once. It's so good, no thoughts, head empty type of upgrade.
I'm not sure now whether or not to go back to Silk Song or just wait until Sea of Sorrow is out and then actually go and try and beat it.
I'm curious whether or not they'll like make some slight like difficulty adjustments in a few places. Like, I don't think it's impossible. I think if enough people
They
bring it
already
up.
did a little bit. They did do some. There were some. Like I told you about the nerfs that they did on 2 of the early bosses, which were the Morwing and Sister Splinter. They nerfed those bosses in like one of the first patches for the game.
Which is
And
funny,
when
because
that
I
patch
remember
released-
Morphwing being a pain in the ass when I did it, but Morphwing was actually nerfed from when it was originally released.
Yes, you fought the nerf version.
And I'm just, I don't remember how long that took me, but it was a pain in the ass.
It's still an annoying, it's still an annoying boss, which is why I'm glad they nerfed it, because all they did was the nerf was just, they cut its HP down, because it was just it dragged on the fight just dragged on way too long, and same with Sister Splinter, I think. It was just, they just had too much HP for that point in the game, where it was just so much of a slog trying to fight those.
I remember Sister Splinter. I believe I beat Sister Splinter after like 2 or 3 attempts. So yeah.
Yeah, she's not as bad. She's especially when you know the trick to not to never attack her little like dudes that she summons, because her attacks just will kill them. She'll end up killing her own minions through her own attacks anyway.
You gotta love a good villain that like is so destructive they kill their own minions.
Yeah. But it makes the fight a lot easier once you know that, so you don't have to waste your like time and concentration trying to kill the little guys that are just gonna get killed by the boss's attacks anyway.
Well, for me, in situations like that, it's like, if they happen to be next to me, okay, sure, I'll hit them, but I won't gun for them. Like, whatever. Let them accidentally kill themselves. You did various Hollow Knight OCs. Ooh, fancy. If you are ever interested, you could post some of those OCs in like, anywhere that the bit is.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I want to see fan bugs.
Fan bugs. God, I remember there were several people that made, bit sonas, except with like, as bug. Both when I was playing the original Hollow Knight and Silk Song.
I want to see a bug bit.
I believe there's a big. I think there's a bug bit somewhere in the magma. Speaking of which, while we're talking about that, I know that some people have been drawing over in there. So let's go. Let's go and hop on over, shall we? There we go. There we go. Oh, hello.
Aw, that's a cute Snatcher.
Happy little Snatcher just hanging out.
Aw.
Snoodle spadoodle.
I see a Bit Hornet.
Yeah.
Bit is Hornet with the cloak and the
Got
needle.
a Dweller hanging out. A very floaty boy.
Whoa, what?
Look at this guy. I like him. He's so doofy. Again, we got some TV time going on over there.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know why, but this is giving me like, it's clearly Tenna, but like I'm also getting Steve Harvey vibes from this. I think it's the cue card.
Yeah. I think it's the baldness.
That too. Look at that chrome dome. Anyway. Drawing is unfinished, layer glitched. Oh, okay. Hello, Sunflower. I see you. I made this. Oh, what? Wait. Sad Tenna.
Oh no.
What are you doing over here?
Oh no. Gonna guilt trip us.
Yeah. No, we'll play your game. Totally. Sorry, buddy. All right, so there's that, and then. Ooh, oh, we got some stuff going on in here. What do we got? I can't identify what those pictures are. I think for safety's sake, I'm gonna check them before I like look at them. All right, wow, we got another Tenna going on here. Tenna has Vox, okay.
It just looks like Tenna. It just looks like Tenna with angry eyes.
Yeah, it's just straight up Tenna.
It looks like Tenna
what is this?
with such skinny.
Here, I'm checking like whose layer that is. Who posted these pictures? Are these like the Renaissance Fair or like the cosplay stuff?
Carl says they are my Ren Fair outfits.
Oh, fancy. Okay. Let me take a look at this. Ba-doop-doop. There we are.
Swear.
Nice. Very Scarecrow-esque.
I love that. That's adorable.
I like that. Ooh, some nice bandana action. Who's this character? I see them. Very cute. Adorable.
Little friend.
A little bit of a drink. Oh, yeah. You remember back in like the olden days when they had like, super neon sequins that they, you made bracelets out of. Ooh, good stuff. All right, and I believe that's everything brand spanking new. But I know that there were some bug bits somewhere. It was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Actually, was it in the magma, or did somebody just like draw that?
Oh.
I'm gonna hop off. I need to get some dinner. Thank you for having me. Bye bye.
Heck yeah!
Oh,
Thanks for
later,
coming in, Socks.
Bye.
See ya. This might have been drawn like some other time. I'm not entirely sure. I think so. Hold on a second. I just need to get another another hit of this. Two goobers being gooby in one spot.
And the burger.
And the Borg, yes. It just looks like a tumor. This is a straight up tumor. Small bun.
Nah, it's like it's a blue version of the nasty patty.
Right. Or like, the pretty patties on that one episode of SpongeBob that turned everybody different colors.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Speaking of which, we got some SpongeBob stuff that we gotta watch at some point during the watch-alongs.
Yes, we do.
I got plans for that. So, yeah, get hyped. I've got a lot of stuff that's currently planned for the watch-alongs. Oh, damn, it's Mr. John Egbert. Let's see. I've been getting some packages.
Well, we did the musical and the Plankton movie already, so what else were you thinking?
There's one particular movie for SpongeBob that I think is sort of the apex of Hillenburg's existence as a SpongeBob maker.
Well, the original movie, yeah?
I'm David Hasselhoff. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, the original is the best, so... Yeah, I'm on
Absolutely. We definitely got to watch that. I've been getting a bunch of DVDs. So here's the funny thing. I bought a bunch of these things off Amazon because, like, Amazon seems to be the one place where a bunch of these warehouses are, like, putting their physical media, which is very unfortunate. I want to find more physical media, like, in person, if possible, so that I can, like, inspect the discs and make sure they're legit. So, that means eBay is kind of, like, last option. Like, if it's nowhere else to be found, I guess I'll try eBay, but like, big fat risk. But I've been
Yeah.
buying stuff off of like Amazon because that seems to be where a lot of you know, physical media is currently like ending up at the moment. And I can tell you that I have a total of about 11 films that are currently still like floating out there in the ether waiting to finally show up. Some of them we'll be watching. Some of them I literally am only getting because they were a part of box sets, and I was just like, more film. And it's like the easiest and cheapest way to manage to get like a whole bunch of films at once. So.
Oh, speaking of the watch parties bit, what do you think of Gravity Falls so far?
I'm enjoying the heck out of myself with Gravity Falls. It's kind of like Gravity Falls is one of those series that like I feel like this would have been the show that would have convinced me over to watching the Disney Channel back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Like this would have been like I kind of dabbled in every single channel, but like I feel like Gravity Falls would have like solidified it for me as being like, okay, yeah, this is definitely a place I need to hang out.
Yep.
Problem is,
it's basically what started the the 2010s. I feel like we're very like in the 2010s. Each network had a show that kind of just like was the show for like kind of starting up a new, almost kind of like renaissance or era of originals for that network. For Cartoon Network, it was Adventure Time, and for Disney, it was Gravity Falls.
Yeah, definitely. I ended up like pretty much, like I said, there was an era of time where little old Bit decided he was too old for cartoons and made the decision that he was moving over to like more live action content and like shows on different channels. So, and that's not inherently a bad thing. It's just like it definitely did make me miss out on a lot of stuff. It broadened my horizons, but it also made me miss out on a lot of stuff. So I didn't watch a lot of Adventure Time.
Between broadening your horizons and being like, oh no, that's lame and dumb, I'm not gonna watch that anymore.
Oh no, that was me.
Yep.
That was me.
I'm glad I never went through that phase.
Oh, I went through that phase hard. I was just like, no, I like super edgy humor and all that jazz, and I like MTV, and I also like, you know, watching stuff on Comedy Central with edgy comedians that are like really mean, that like in hindsight now they're incredibly cancelable. Yeah, no, that was me. Not that I like believed or like, you know, not that I agreed with everything that they said all the time, but it was one of those like, you know, you ironically said things about certain you know, certain subjects and stuff like that. Like, basically, what I'm saying is, I had a sense of humor that was basically that edgy teenager that, like, didn't believe any of the things.
I think we all had an edgy teen phase, but for me, my edgy teen phase was just Invader Zim fan art and music
and
videos.
That's a sensible teenage phase, frankly. So glad I watched sitcoms early enough in my life to permanently hate live action. You know what? Yeah, no, I get that.
It depends on the sitcom.
Some sitcoms are actually, like, legit. Dude, like, have you ever watched that 70s show? That 70s show is freaking good. Okay, like, out of all the sitcoms that exist out there, I feel like that 70s show was the one that was actually trying to, like, be funny and actually, like, be period accurate, where they were covering, like, a lot of issues at the time, while also simultaneously, like, you know, being really humorous about it. Like, I you know, it's not like sitcoms of the modern era or a lot of like other sitcoms that like they used canned laughter to try and like bump up the jokes. No. Mm-hmm. I remember stuff like that 70s show was actually genuinely funny. You know, and actually had characters that you sort of rooted for, being like, yeah, I like them. Like Red Foreman himself is like he is a character that is like worth investing your time in that 70s show for, and he's just one character, everybody else is also worthy of your time.
I've never seen it. I'll have to keep an eye out.
Mhm.
For me, it's
I think my mom has the entirety of the That 70s Show box sets.
nice.
One of these days, I mean, I don't know if that's something that I would do for a watch party, but like maybe I should go and like grab those one day and like rip them and, you know, archive them for my sake. I don't know. Oh, hello. Ah, Remy did an on-screen celebration. I've never had that happen before. That's cool. Very nice. There were so many bits on the screen at one time. Thank you, Remy. I
Cool.
appreciate it. I believe that's 40 bits you have to spend for that. Good lord. And then there's a pie. Thank you, Remy. Wah. There it goes. What other sitcoms would I say were like genuinely good?
For me, I will always stand by the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Fraser Crane.
Dr. What?
Fraser Crane? You never watched Frasier?
Oh no, I never watched Frasier.
Oh, it's so funny.
Looney Tunes show could be considered a sitcom. I think I remember the Looney Tunes sitcom, or like the Looney Tunes show, yeah.
I vaguely remember that, yeah.
And I also remember that the Looney Tunes show was like, that was like a basically reboot of the Looney Tunes franchise, basically, right? Like, where everybody more or less kind of has the same characteristics of their older selves, but it was more like set in the modern era, if I remember right. So, you know,
never
Daffy is
saw
still an
much of
arrogant
it.
prick. Bugs Bunny is also arrogant, but, you know, more of a down-to-earth way. And then there was, like, you
I
know,
never really saw it.
the characterization of Lola Bunny, which I think is, like, the biggest improvement they ever made on Lola, period. Whereas, you know, her original character was just like, hi, I am the female Bugs Bunny. And I'm going to awaken a lot of people's weird interests. But nowadays,
Yeah,
like,
she
you
was
know,
just
Lola Bunny was actually like an
Girl
interesting
Baby's
and
first furry.
yeah. But like, you know, Lola Bunny in like the Looney Tunes show was actually like had a character. If I remember right, she was like weirdly clingy. like the clingy girlfriend.
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
you
you
ever
can't
see The
mention
Day the
Lola
Earth
without
Blew
talking
Up?
about Awakenings. Spoilers. There may or may not be a movie in my collection that we might be exploring that later during a watch party. Just
Yay! I was actually lucky enough to see it in a theater. I'm like,
did you know?
I'm so glad they released it in the theater. I just wish more people had actually gone and seen it.
I never saw it in the theater, but I definitely watched it on TV, and I respect the movie for what it did. Like, I will say, like, it's not a bad movie, and it's also not a mid movie. It's like this weird mix between like being mid and being great. It's so hard to describe. It's like there's so many really good things they did for it, but the concept itself, I think, is what really weighs it down. Because you're just sitting there being like, "This is weird. Why? Why are we doing this?"
No,
Like-
I loved it. I felt like when you think of like a modern, like what's actually a modern take on Looney Tunes that still like captures, you know, the spirit of what it's always been. That's exactly what you get.
Oh man, well, like that was modernizing it for like the current era at the time, which is funny
Wait,
because
we're
like,
talking about The Day the Earth Blew Up, right?
oh no, we're not talking. We're talking about Space Jam. I'm not talking about
no,
the day the Earth blew up.
No, I was talking about. Okay, I know. I did not hear Space Jam at all. I did not know that was what we were talking about. No,
I
Space Jam is this
I
old
thought
weird
talking about
thing.
Lola Bunny and like, you know, Looney Tunes movie would be enough to be like, that's what we're talking about. Okay, no.
No,
Actually,
I was like,
funny
we were
enough,
talking about Looney Tunes.
let
movie,
me-
and I
uh,
was saying I was saying The Day the Earth Blew Up was really good.
Nice.
And and I was lucky enough to see it in the theater. I wish more people had seen it in the theater.
How much is the Blu-ray for The Day the Earth Blew Up?
Did it have a Blu-ray release? I hope it did.
$15.
Nice.
Holy shit! I'm adding it to my cart right now.
Get it. It's so good.
I'm picking that up. Yeah, no. Oh, also, did they ever release Coyote versus Acme?
Next year or this year.
Ooh.
Sometime soon. Within the
Very
next
nice.
year. They're working on it.
Okay.
The same company that actually released The Day the Earth Blew Up in theaters, rescued Coyote versus Acme, and they're planning to do the same thing. They're gonna release it in theaters sometime this year.
Nice. All right. Well, like, yeah, I know The Day the Earth Blew Up. Like, the reviews for it are like stellar. So,
It's
yeah,
really
I need to
good.
pick this up. Okay. No,
It's great.
what I was referring to was Space Jam. So I remember watching Space Jam. So back to what I was talking about. Space Jam lives in this weird place where it's like, it's not a bad movie in my opinion, but it's also not mid. A lot of people call it mid, where they're just like, it's Michael Jordan playing sports with the Looney Tunes. That's very strange.
It's messy.
It's very messy for sure. But I would say it's not a good movie. But
No, it's not.
It's right in between. It's definitely like, I think it's worth watching simply for like what it is. Like, it's a really interesting cultural icon, and it's got like.
So it was based on a series of commercials, right?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
So yeah, before the movie, the Looney Tunes playing basketball with Michael Jordan was not just a random concept out of nowhere that they decided to randomly make a movie about. There was a series of commercials with Looney Tunes and basketball players selling sneakers, I think, or it might have specifically been Air Jordans. It might have been Michael Jordan and Looney Tunes already in the commercials selling Air Jordans, and those commercials were really, really popular. And then I guess somebody at some studio said, why don't we just do a whole movie out of it? We can make a whole movie out of this, right?
I mean, you can, but
And
my
then they
God,
tried
at
to
what cost?
do that, and that was Space Jam. And I get the feeling that the people who worked on it were like, well, if we're gonna do this, it's a pretty ridiculous idea. We're doing this because just these commercials were popular. We might as well have some fun with it. So I feel like the people working on it were like, well, this is kind of a dumb idea, but we're just gonna have some fun with it. So I see there was a lot of like artistry and effort that did go into it. What was pretty much a very corporate product. That was the thing that was like, we're basing this on these just because these commercials were popular. Sadly I can't say the same for the sequel. That is just pure cash grab. Nobody gave a shit.
No, they were like, hey, do you remember Space Jam? Do you have nostalgia for Space Jam? Do you remember the 90s? Yeah. No, that was a cash grab and a half. And like, that's
It was
really
bad.
unfortunate. But like, for what Space Jam was, like, it was surprisingly, it's one of those moments where something should be awful, but it turned out to be fairly decent.
You could, like I said, I could tell there was effort put into it.
I've not seen The Day the Earth Blew Up, but I guess that's something that we're putting on our list.
Oh, it's so good. I remember I got into the theater with my friend of mine that I had saw it. I found it was playing at a theater, and I told my friend, hey, you want to go see The Day the Earth Blew Up? Because everyone's saying, go see it in theater, go support, actually putting 2D animated movies in the theaters. And it was actually playing around here, so I'm like, I think we should go see this and go support this. And we did. We got there a little bit late, but we got in before the end credits finished, the opening credits finished, and I was like, when I saw that it was being directed by Pete Brownguard, I'm like, oh, we're in for a treat. For those who don't know, Pete Brownguard is a very underrated animator who I like quite a lot. You might know him as the creator of Uncle Grandpa. and he is the director of The Day the Earth Blew Up, and my god, this man was born to make Looney Tunes. Like, I could always see that in kind of his style and, like, the kind of stuff that he did. He had very, like... It was just a perfect fit, and I think it was great, and I feel like he finally got to, like, work on his dream project, and I could see that in what he did with the movie, and it's great.
Scuff says, "Oh, I gotta see this then." Well,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not gonna say it's happening anytime soon, but get yourself ready. See previous message for my thought on Space Jam 2. Not bad, but not great either. Yeah. Well, it's weird. I genuinely don't think it's mid, because, like, it would, for a lot of people, it would fall in the mid category. I liked it. I enjoyed it for as, like, campy and stupid and 90s as it is, you know? Brings me back to a simpler time, you know? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Again, can't say the same about the sequel. That was just the cash grab that no one cared.
I suspect that, like, sometime in, like, the vast future, like, in, like, 20 or 30 years, when that movie is out on, like... When that movie is out on, like, the brain chip or whatever the heck, I don't know what format is going to be popular back then. I'm sure there will be people that'll look back and be like, "Oh, yeah, you remember Space Jam 2? God, a lot of people shit on it when it came out, but, like, I remembered that movie and I thought it was cool. I always loved LeBron James." He was like, there will be a crowd that will like that. Like, I got a lot of stuff that I remember back in my childhood that I watched that, like...
Yeah, I noticed that tends to happen both with, like, things that are both good and bad. A lot of times people will have nostalgia for something that was not very good, and the only reason they like it is nostalgia. And sometimes the opposite will happen, where sometimes, where something will have been not very well liked at the time, but then there are people who grew up with it, and then they revisit it later, and then they go, actually, no, this is still pretty good. And then people will kind of go back, and then there'll be kind of like a... I don't know, not recontextualization, or just like a revisiting of it where people look at it and like, you know what, this was kind of overhated for the time. Now, kind of with some time, we look back on, like, you know what, it had more merit to it than we gave it credit for back then. Because there were enough people who were like who didn't have as many biases, I guess, towards it when it first came out, and they gave it a chance, and now the people kind of come together and be like, yeah, actually, we've gone back and look at it, it's pretty good. And that has I bring this up because that's what happened to Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, and it's made me very happy.
Scuff Jack says, Sonic Boom reboot when? Let's not ask for miracles, okay? Like, well,
I think Sonic Boom got enough as it is. Like, I'm amazed that series lasted as long as it did.
Well, yeah, I think the TV series is the thing that legitimized it. The game itself is like fun. Actually, I just recently saw there's somebody that I follow on TikTok who is currently playing through Sonic Boom right now, and he's solidifying all the reasons why I think we should hate it. Because he's sitting there just being like...
It's a shame, though, because, again, the show was a lot of fun.
Look, ramps!
And the show was a lot of fun, and it's just... the game just...
I love
they Sonic 06'd it. And if it wasn't for the game being complete trash, I think more people would, the Sonic Boom might have like had a little bit more staying power.
I really love the give no shits mentality of the TV series, where they're like,
"Oh yeah,
let's just make a decent." I don't even know if they were shooting for a decent show. They were just like, "Well, the game has failed. Let's just do whatever we can with the franchise and make something work."
No, even before the game, like from day one, the show was always just like, we're gonna make this the goofiest, silliest, not giving a fuck and just having fun with it Sonic cartoon.
Honestly, I appreciate the fact that like Sonic and in general Sega have started moving in the direction of, hey, wait a second, if we give developers enough time to make a video game and they make a decent video game, people will buy the decent video game, and we'll make money off of it. They've only just recently figured that out, over the course of like the last 5 years here. And it's paying dividends because there's some like decent Sonic experiences that you can play now.
The
including
smartest thing Sega ever did was let Sonic fans make Sonic games.
Yes, agreed. I recently, not too long ago, played Sonic X like Shadow Generations, and they did a very decent job on like the Shadow iteration stuff, and they just made they optimized and made sure that the Sonic stuff worked just as good. I appreciate that a heck of a lot. And also,
and then you have games like
Sonic
Mania,
Crossworlds is currently happening, and people really freaking love that game.
Oh yeah. And also, I just think about Sonic Mania, which is literally just a Sonic fan game that Sega was like, yeah, we're gonna just give you money to make it official.
You know how to make the Sonic, right? Make the Sonic for us, please.
Yeah, because the dev behind Sonic Mania was like, he was working on like, I think mobile ports of Sonic, of like old Sonic games.
The mobile ports were freaking great, and they were like,
yeah,
hey, these are doing really well.
And...
Can you make a whole game from the ground up, please?
Make us a whole game. Hey, we like what you do. Make us a whole game. It's like Sega really does what Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Heck yeah, man. There was something else I was going to talk about, and I don't remember what that was.
God, the money Nintendo could be making if they let Pokemon fans make official Pokemon games.
Yeah, like Pokemon Company needs to call up some like Pokemon fans and just let them go wild with it. I agree. Yeah.
We need the Pokemon answer to Sonic. We need a game that is to Pokemon what Sonic Mania is to Sonic.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, like, unfortunately, I'm a filthy original player who like played the first 3 or 4 generations and then just sort of fell off afterwards. Because I think it was because the games just felt very similar, like constantly. Like it was the same experience every single time.
Yeah, it's basically they had a winning formula from day one and, decided why fix when ain't broke.
Right.
Yeah, that's because they are the same game every single time, although I think it's kind of hitting the point where people are starting to get frustrated with it and that they need to start changing stuff up. The problem is that they've been in the same rut for so long that they're so behind now, they have a lot of catching up to do to where it's the point where people expect them to be.
And also, like, Nintendo just literally not giving them enough time to develop. Because I can tell that they have some ambitions for wanting to take the games in new direction and do different and new things with them. But, like...
I saw some footage of ZNA not too long ago.
When they try to do that, we end up with Scarlet and Violet being, like, the worst optimized game ever released.
I just recently saw the like footage of like Pokemon Z and all that jazz, and like the gameplay looks like it's really fun and really different, and I do appreciate the heck out of it. It's just a shame that I feel like they don't have enough time to really flesh out those concepts.
I haven't played ZA yet. I've heard exactly 50 down the middle for that. I have heard from people who hated it and thought it was terrible, and then like a humongous step down from Legends Arceus. And then I have people who said, no, it's actually really good. It does a lot of good stuff, so I don't know who to believe at this point. I may just have to try it for myself and see.
Nah, see, I have very few stakes in the race when it comes to anything related to Pokemon, so I think I'm just gonna hang back and allow for people to have like conversations about it. And in the event somebody comes out and says like, guys, we actually have like a golden game that has just come out, super innovative, the Pokemon are really interesting, like the story is cool, like, it's super fun, and like, graphically it works properly and it doesn't like, sludge along. If that happens, then I might dive in, but I'm holding any judgment on anything Pokemon related.
Yeah, I think Legends Arceus was... I wish they had been able to keep up that momentum.
That's unfortunate. Crazy frog glitch in Scarlet and Violet. What are we talking about?
What? I could be literally anything. That game is
I've heard
glitchy
of some
as fuck.
glitches in Scarlet and Violet. Was there like a glitch that made everybody squeaky? Like Crazy Frog? Oh, ride Pokemon turns invisible. Weird. Oh, Pierce,
Oh
you
yeah,
taking off?
there was a lot of. It's sad, but also funny. Oh, bye, Pierce.
Have a good one.
See you later. But yeah, it's sad and also funny that Pokemon started out, the original Gen 1, red, blue, green, yellow, those games were held together with duct tape and prayers because they were trying to pack so much into that tiny little Game Boy cartridge beyond what like anybody had ever done with a Game Boy game up to that point before, and it is a miracle that that game worked, and even then it is still a ridiculously buggy mess.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
then we were smooth sailing for god how many years? 20 something years, something like 20 years. And then we come all the way back around to Scarlet and Violet being a game held together with duct tape and prayers, buggy as hell, just horribly optimized, just barely functioning at all. But not because it was extremely ambitious, and it was just because they didn't have enough time to finish it. It was Game Freak still not knowing how to, like, they still haven't figured out, like, the transition from basically making handheld games to, like, it's like as soon as the Switch happened, Nintendo was like, because like with the handhelds going from like the Game Boy to the Game Boy Advance to the DS to the 3DS, that was like kind of a gradual in a way that Game Freak like wasn't could like adapt to, and they kind of still knew how to, you know, kind of the size and scope of what they needed to do for each new entry with the new handheld consoles. But then all of a
Right.
sudden you get to the Switch, and now Nintendo's like, oh, by the way, now Pokemon is this bazillion-dollar AAA console gaming experience.
Yeah, just
Good
like,
luck.
surprise,
And
you're
Game
on the
Freak's just
primary
like,
console. Enjoy.
yep, and it's like Game Freak's like, we don't do that. We've never done that. We make
doing it now.
we make games for handhelds. What
Fuck
do
it,
we
we're doing
do?
it live.
And it was just them floundering, trying to figure out how to make, you know, AAA console Pokemon without much warning, and in a way, and in a mainline game. It wasn't like a spin-off like we had like a Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Coliseum. Like those were for the GameCube, but those weren't mainline. Those were like their own thing, and
Man,
they
Pokemon
were
Coliseum was weird.
made specifically for the GameCube, and yeah, that's different. So now suddenly shifting mainline Pokemon to being these big console things, I just still think Game Freak didn't know how to deal with it, still doesn't know how to deal with it, and eventually and not having enough time to figure it out, because everything's gotta be, you know, coordinated with the anime and the trading cards and the merchandise, and Nintendo probably wants a Pokemon game out like every 2 years at minimum, ideally probably every year. They probably ideally want one every year. So they just, yeah, so we've looped back around to the game just, you know, basically running on hopes and prayers, because but
I'm sure
not a very
they've got a ton of
far
money
more
and they've got a
tragic
giant
reasons,
franchise behind
unfortunately.
them. Like, they'll figure it out eventually. I
Yeah.
know, but like, oh, until then,
Nintendo they just need to be given more time. Like, I don't even think it's a budget. People are like, why do the Pokemon games look so cheap? I don't think it's a budget thing. I think they just don't have enough time. I think they could have the game cost however much they needed or want it to be, because it's going to be so profitable anyway. I think they just need, you know, longer than 2 years to develop it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I'm sure eventually they will figure it out. They just gotta, like, he's like, I mean, they've got so much money that it's just a matter of time before they finally get things in swing, I'm sure. Like, they haven't done anything like super ridiculously overpoweringly bad that I feel that it would like kill the company. If somebody like Sega can
Yeah, a
bounce back
lot of
from the
people
dark
did not
ages of
like ZA
Sonic the
though.
Hedgehog, like
Yeah.
Pokemon
A
can
lot of
bounce
people
back
didn't
from their
like
dark
ZA
ages.
though.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
ZA has been the most divisive Pokemon game I have seen in a long time, or like ever, honestly. Because the consensus with Scarlet and Violet was like, it's good if when it functions properly. We wished it functioned properly more, but when the game is doing what it's supposed to and acting in the way it's clearly the developers intended, it's pretty good fun Pokemon game that does some new and cool things. So it's not just the same old stuff. But ZA has just been like, some people like hate it, some people like really really hate it, and other people are like, it's fine. So I think the technical state of Scarlet and Violet and the divisiveness towards ZA might, at least I'm hoping that maybe gives Nintendo and Pokemon Company a little bit of a wake-up call, but we'll have to see. The games are still printing money, unfortunately, which is, that might be all they care about.
No, I mean, if you're a smart business individual, like, that just because something is printing money does not necessarily mean that it's going to print money forever. And I suspect that, like, the Pokemon Company, they have enough smart people behind them that they can probably tell that, like, the writing is on the wall and they've got to make some changes. The fact that we've had so many interesting changes happen within the last, like, couple of Pokemon games is telling that they know things need to change. They just don't really know how they're going to, push that change, and they also don't have the, development cycle set up to be able to, like, facilitate that change and facilitate something different and unique and something that's actually marketable and good for, like, the community.
Yeah, like I said, I think the problem has never been Game Freak doesn't want to do new and interesting things, or they don't have new and interesting ideas. It's just the means and the time to actually, implement them and give them the time they need to cook and flesh them out. I really started noticing this around the game where that actually made that very clear for me was actually Sword and Shield, which was the first ones on the Switch. Because I really enjoyed those games. A lot of people didn't. I enjoyed them, but I could tell there was just a lot of stuff in there that felt like this is the first... a lot of ideas that weren't fully fleshed out. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, and would make for some really interesting and fun new Pokemon mechanics, but it's only like half realized. You only get like sort of the bare bones of the concept. And I felt like if those games had like another 1 or 2 years, they could have been like the best Pokemon games ever. But because they, only had the time that they did, it felt there were a lot of stuff in it that felt a little half-baked. Still really fun. But, and like for Pokemon Go, that being the first Pokemon games on the Switch, being like the first of the like big AAA console mainline Pokemons, I think it could have turned out a lot worse. But also, I think it could have turned out a lot better with a lot more time.
I'm trying to look up some Pokemon games from, like, the GameCube era. Because, again, I remember there were a handful.
GameCube era was the Game Boy Advance era, which also was, like, some people think are some of the best ones. A lot of people say Gen 3 are some of the best Pokemon games, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. They're good. I wouldn't say they're the best generation, but I think they're good. And, but the GameCube games from that time were Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Two games I remember playing on the GameCube.
I didn't play a heck of...
I like them.
When I played a Pokemon game, I played it on the mobile consoles. I didn't play a heck of a lot of them on, like, GameCube.
Yeah.
There was one game I remember renting, though, and I do believe it was Gale of Darkness, which was a really interesting concept to me. Like, The thing that really grabbed me was the whole like, like shadow Pokemon thing, and the fact that like
Yeah,
you can't like these are
it was an
Pokemon that have
interesting
been sort of
concept.
bioengineered to have like shadow properties and things, and the whole
Mhm.
like you can capture them and you can turn them back into regular Pokemon if you you know I forget what the stipulations for that were, but like
Yeah, so I didn't play as much Gale of Darkness as I did the prequel Pokemon Coliseum, because despite not having Coliseum in the title, Gale of Darkness is in fact Pokemon Coliseum 2. It is a direct sequel that has like all of the same mechanics and everything.
right.
Yeah, the idea in that game is there have been Pokemon that have been like genetically modified. I think it was that. They were either made in a lab to begin with, or they were genetically modified to be, yeah, the shadow Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And there are no wild Pokemon in the region, so what you had to do was you actually stole. Your character was like kind of an outlaw, so they were stealing the shadow Pokemon from other trainers, and then you could either keep them as the shadow Pokemon, which had certain upsides to it, but it was mostly downsides.
Yeah,
I think
if I
there
remember
wasn't
right,
that
it's
much
something
of a
like
good reason to keep them as the shadow Pokemon.
I think there's like some statistic advantages that you get with having a shadow Pokemon, but with like the disadvantages of I believe a shadow Pokemon like is less reliable and like can potentially like disobey your orders if I recall correctly.
Yeah, and they can't. I knew they couldn't evolve, and then they have a bunch of other like disadvantages and things like that. So, alternatively, what you do, or you could purify them, uh, and then they would just turn back into regular Pokemon that functioned the way normal Pokemon did.
Mm-hmm. I see, man. I only rented that game, so I never really owned it. But it was such an interesting concept. I was just like, I'd like to explore this more, maybe. But yeah, never
It
did.
was good. They were really they were an interesting take on the. They almost feel like a precursor to something like Legends Arceus now. Like that was when they were trying to kind of more experiment with like the console big open, well, it wasn't really open world. You had like it was more of a traditional like JRPG where you just had a bunch of towns and stuff that you went to. And occasional like and some like dungeon areas. But like the idea of like a console RPG Pokemon as opposed to a handheld one that did more console game things, if that makes any sense. Yeah. I feel like that was a good opportunity for Game Freak to like dip their toes into that, and I would have kind of preferred them doing more of that as opposed to like, then Nintendo suddenly shoving them into the deep end.
Yeah.
Trying to
Like,
then make all the
it
mainline
was
Pokemon
definitely a
games like
time for them to experiment, and
that.
I remember the experimentation. I thought they did a fairly decent job of thinking up like more, a Pokemon game, except different. And then like, so I've looked up a list of like, the Pokemon GameCube games from worst to best. Interesting. One of them I found was Pokemon Channel.
Oh yeah, that's literally not even a game.
That's not a game. Although
It's literally
there have
not
been
even a
several
game.
times where I have wanted so badly to just do Pokemon Channel for my streams for no good reason. Because I have Pokemon Channel. The problem is, like...
Oh god, you have it?
Yeah, I have it.
Wow.
Problem with Pokemon Channel, though, is that Pokemon Channel is about, like, half Hey You Pikachu and half Pichu and Pichu brothers.
It's not even
That's-
Hey You Pikachu. It's not even Hey You Pikachu. Hey You Pikachu had so much more gameplay than Pokemon Channel does. Pokemon Channel is just a bunch of Pokemon anime OVAs that they slapped onto a GameCube disc.
Yeah, well... And I would say that gameplay-wise, it actually does have just about as much gameplay as Hey You Pikachu. But yeah, no. Literally, half of the experience of playing Pokemon channel is just watching the OVA for the Pichu and Pichu like thing. Like that's it. And the problem is, you know that has probably been uploaded to like content ID system on like the good old internet. So if I were to try and do this, like, in fact, out of curiosity, I'm gonna go and look this up right now on YouTube. What is the official name of that OVA? Do we know?
I think it's just Pichu Brothers.
Pichu Brothers OVA. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, well, it has definitely been uploaded to the internet.
It's a Pokemon related thing. Of course it has been.
Oh! Comments are turned off. Does this count as... Hold on a second. Is this a YouTube Kids thing, unfortunately? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's YouTube Kids, and therefore they're like, no, you cannot monetize this. That makes sense.
Yep.
Is there any... Hold on. I'm just gonna pull up the Pichu Brothers theme song, and I'm gonna see if there's any, like, identifiers for Content ID on it. Okay, well, this has not been flagged with Content ID, from what I can tell. And it does still have its comments on, so... I still don't think I should play the game. It's not good. It's really not good.
Yeah. You might as well just watch the OVAs.
Yeah, you might as well. The only other thing that Pokemon Channel has going for it is that you can flip over to, like, the different channels for the, you know... And the dumb thing is that they start you out with, like, 2 channels, I think. 2 or 3. Like, one of them is, like, Professor Oak's channel where you can talk to Oak. And then, like, the Pokemon OVA Part 1. And then... What's really dumb is that, like, your reward for playing the game is you get, like, tiny little bite-sized pieces of the OVA every single freaking time you log in. That's it. That's all the game is.
Yep.
It's like...
It's just an OVA they put on a GameCube disc.
Right. Like I said, I think they literally just had the OVA and they're like, oh, we need to make a new Pokemon game. What do we do? It's like, and they're like, I don't know. Do you still have the source code for Hey You Pikachu? Yeah, we do. Okay. Shine that up and just make a bunch of weird puzzle things involved with, like, watching TV and release it as a game. And they're like, hey, you got it, boss. It's just so hackneyed. Like, there's no real reason for it to exist.
And it's sad because, potentially embarrassing confession, I owned a Hey You Pikachu as a kid, and I played the shit out of that game on the N64.
Oh, hey, you mean Hey You Pikachu?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. I
obsessed
don't
with
remember,
that game.
I don't
played
think I
it so
owned Hey You
much.
Pikachu, but, like, I had... there were several places around me that you could rent video games from, and I believe they had a special bundle where you could rent Hey You Pikachu and the little microphone that came with it.
Oh, I bought it at, like, a Target or something. It was, like, the game and the microphone, it was, like, on sale or discounted or something.
Okay.
So I got it for, like, really cheap. I don't know why. I guess maybe nobody was buying it.
Probably not. That's how you know something's popular. You get something at steep discount when it originally comes out.
I guess it was not popular, but I just played the shit out of it as a kid.
Mm-hmm. Dude, there are so
I don't
many
know why.
games I played.
I found it so appealing.
There were so many games that I played when I was younger that I ended up getting for free from the rental shop because they had to clear out their inventory. And like several times the employees were just like, hey, Bit Mom, you guys rent this game all the time. Would you just like it? Because they're just like, we're not going to get our returns on these cartridges, so just take it.
That
happened
you're
with...
so lucky. I rented so much.
I think
shit
that happened
from
with,
Blockbuster.
if I remember right, that happened with Tentersphere. That happened with like Chameleon Twists. I'm sure there were like a couple other cartridges that were exactly that.
Man. You're so lucky, because, like, I rented so much shit from Blockbuster when I was a kid.
Well,
I wish
that's
that
the
when the
key. You
Blockbuster had
don't rent-
closed down.
We never rented from Blockbuster. We rented from like the local like grocery store rental shop.
Mom and pop shop. Oh, we
No,
didn't have
not
those.
even mom and pop shop. It was like again, we had a grocery store that also happened to have like a DVD rental section. And VHS section. So like you would go in there and you would rent stuff and
Lucky.
you get to know them, and after a while they're like, "You know what? You're a hardworking mom who needs a leg up. Would you like this thing for free? We're going to throw it out anyway."
Man, you're so lucky, man. All we had here was Blockbuster.
See, I wish I got the experience of going to Blockbuster more. I've mentioned it on the stream before.
No, you...
My ultimate goal, and I'm sure these are very rare and very expensive, but my ultimate goal is one day I want to own the that little, like the kiosk that
Yep.
allowed you to print out your
Pokemon Snap
Pokemon
kiosk.
pictures.
Yep.
Okay, I want that.
Ugh,
Also,
I know.
just
I
recently
really
heard there
want to
was-
know if any still exist. wanna
I
know if
remember
any
there
still
was something
exist.
else that Blockbuster had too. N64 kiosk. I think they had another one, except for a different game. I want to try and find it. One of them was Pokemon Snap. Another one was... It was a different one. What was it? I'm trying to find it here. Now, the only thing I can find is the Pokemon kiosk. Oh, cool. So I went to eBay. A Nintendo 64 kiosk controller arm that like they had fixed into the like the preview, you know, like the little like demo stations. You could buy one of those exclusive controller arms for $900.
Jeez.
What a deal. Anyway.
Crazy.
Oh, here's another one
I'll
for
be right back.
$700.
I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Ba-da-da-da-da. Phoenix's internet completely crashed. Oh no! That ain't good. Okay, so if I were to look up like the this is not going to be sold on eBay at all. Never. Pokemon Snap kiosk. I'd like to see if, like, you know, does this exist? Oh, okay. For $150, you can actually buy the printer paper for the kiosk. Jesus. Compelled to draw Snatcher on stupid sauce. Go for it. Sounds dumb enough. All right. Oh, I found one. Hold on a second. Oh, no. This is just the key for the kiosk. Not the kiosk itself. Station sign. Blue sign topper. All right. Let me look up,
Did you find the kiosk?
No, but I did find the key for the kiosk. Oh, also, I found that apparently you can buy overstock printer paper for the kiosk for $150.
Well, that would be great if there was any kiosks left in the world, which there may or may not be.
This is something that's like it must only exist in the homes of the most like obsessed frickin' like collectors out there. Oh yeah, I found a YouTube video that says Pokemon Snap Station sold for $7,000. That dream's dead then. I'm not spending that much money. we go? Well, it's starting to get a little
I don't
late.
know, actually. 7,000 is less than I would have thought. I would have thought it would have been at least 10k.
Still, way too much. I could buy a car with that.
Yeah.
I could put a really good down
You could.
payment on something for $700. Oh no, 7,000 rather.
7,000, yeah.
Freaking God. I wouldn't even do anything with it is the thing. Like, I'd buy it and then I'd be like, shiny. It's like,
Yep. Now
I-
that's me if if I ever bought a Dance Dance Revolution cabinet, because that was like the thing. It's like
Ooh.
the arcade thing that I always wanted to own, but it's like I think I'd be too afraid to use it because I wouldn't want to break it.
I know that there's like not aftermarket. I know there are like more modern dance pads that you can buy that are like sort of Dance Dance Revolution centric. They literally work
But it's
exactly
not.
the same
No,
way.
I'm talking like a real Japanese Dance Dance Revolution Extreme machine from like 2005 or whatever. I'm talking like the real deal.
I'm just trying to throw some option out there in case like you wanted one that actually worked and did stuff.
No, I've seen those. They got like Pump It Up, which is the Korean like answer to DDR. That's like in all of the. That's in like the Dave and Buster's have now. Like nobody has just actual DDR, like classic DDR anymore. They all have like the other games that are just like basically just rip-offs of DDR.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, like I mentioned though, we are starting to get like a little bit late into the night, and also I need to go to the bathroom. So, I think now would be a good time to just sort of end stuff. Before we do, however, one more view at the magma because I saw something spawn into the ether that we need to look at. Hello. Hey, buddy. There's my little bundle of evil. Yay. He's gonna take over the whole magma and get the Krabby Patty secret formula. Oh, hey, what the I'm not good at drawing duckbills. Shut up. You drew just fine. Look at that. That looks great. Duckula. I like him. Oh, hey, there he is. Yay. There's the bit husk. I like him. He's cool looking. Shaw and all that. Alrighty. Well, with that, I think now is a good time to finish things up. So plans that I got for the next couple of days here. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a stretch real quick. On Wednesday, I am actually going to be playing a game that's just recently came out, literally today. It's a really like wholesome like indie game that's just recently come out called Super Chip Flake Ooh Quest for the Uncooked Schnitzel. It's based off of like it's made by like this one indie developer who is friends with the guy who does the channel Chip Flake on YouTube. And it stars Chip Flake the character. And it's adorable. It's like a 3D platformer. And it looks like it's a very like, I don't want to say anything like, mean, but it's not like a super polished, ridiculous like AAA platformer. It looks like it's a platformer that's just designed to be a fairly decent and fun semi-open world 3D platformer. And you know what? It looks campy, and I would really like to take a look at that. So that's going to be happening on Wednesday. Saturday, we'll be diving back into more bug game, and probably going to get myself skinned alive, likely. And then we'll dive back into doing some more like random talks and whatnot on our Sunday streams here. But yeah, I think that will do it. Like I said, bathroom is calling for me, so I'm going to take off and do exactly that. So thank you guys for coming out.
Before you go,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll let you do your outro. But I did try and find. Does anybody still sell a Dance Dance Revolution Extreme arcade cabinet machine, which is apparently. I did not realize it was this old. It was first made in 2002. This thing
Oh,
is
Jesus.
ancient.
That
But it's
is-
even considered the pinnacle of even the info I found even said like it's considered the pinnacle of the classic DDR era. I did find someone selling one. Guess how much?
50,000.
12,000.
You're close.
Shoot.
10,995.
Dang it. So yeah, you can literally buy
Almost
a car with that.
1,100. Yeah,
You
could
can buy a
car.
car outright with that kind of money.
My God. Yeah. Now both our dreams are dead. Our dreams are dead.
Damn it. I'll get a stand-up arcade at some point. I just need to like find one at a decent price and also one that like I'll probably end up getting like a main machine or something, you know? Like something customizable so that I can like make
Yeah,
it multi-purpose.
For sure.
Anyway, that'll do it for the stream. Any last things you want to say, guys?
Nah.
Nah.
Wait, you reminded me about skinning bugs. It was something from Helldivers. Something more than one way to skin a bug.
Okay, the lesson to be learned here today is skin bugs. Disgusting. That sounds like we're just gonna like be shedding its the ectoskeleton. I don't like that. I'm gonna take off. Anyway, thanks for coming in and chatting,
Good night,
guys. I
Bit.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Sleep well.
Good night. Good night.
See you
Bye-bye.
later, everybody.